Check, check, check. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. It's Cotter and Marshall show here on your Thursday. We got some About Last Night action going on. Let's talk Aaron Rodgers. So week 1, Packers didn't have the best game. Got a little ugly, if you will. Aaron Rodgers not having one of the best games of his career. Well, he recently appeared on the Pat McAfee show where they were talking about this. And Aaron Rodgers tried to defend one of his interceptions that he threw over the weekend.
Right. It's easy to hate on Aaron Rodgers because I do it all the time, and I have so much fun. But the way he described his interception here, it seemed like the most relatable thing I think he may have ever said.
All right, so here we go. We got the audio.
I don't like to make a lot of excuses for interceptions. There's some ones you wish you had back. There's some ones that really aren't your fault. That one was entirely due to the double shot I took. Right before I'm throwing it, I took a left kind of clothesline, and somebody on the right, with a right kind of cross, double shot. That was a painful one. They got their money's worth on that one.
And if you go back and watch the footage, he got hit in the junk. I mean, it's a legit story.
So, I mean, I actually didn't get an opportunity to watch the video, Cotter. I mean, was it a clothesline that kind of double nut shot him?
I mean, it wasn't like it was a fist right to the testicle.
So Aaron Rodgers saying he's got big balls?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just throwing it out there. Is he supposed to be wearing a cup? Don't all football players kind of like wear cups?
You would think, but I don't know. I mean, I would. I mean, why wouldn't you at this point in time?
Playing in the National Football League, I think I would wear definitely a cup.
I mean, there's way too many injuries that I don't need that part of my body going down for an extended period of time because some 300-pound man ran into my stuff.
And with the amount of people, or for the amount of money that you actually get paid to play in the NFL, I mean, you should have to wear a cup, and if you lose, you should have to drink out of it. I think so.
Hey, why not? All right, coming up next, we are going to talk Super Ticket, your chance to score a pair of tickets to 5 different shows coming to the area over the next month or so. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. There you go.
Okay, there you go. A little late start here for the show today. I like how Kotter just pretended like it didn't happen on the air.
No point.
Oh, there's a point. There's definitely a point. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us nice and early here on the stream. Once again, starting a little late today because of a studio issue. Jeff Weaver said, Tim fixed it. He did something. I wouldn't definitely say he didn't fix it. He just made... Yeah, apparently there was a backup that he just never told anyone about.
That's true. That's very true.
So there was, there was a problem. Our thing wouldn't start. And apparently he had a backup, but he just never told anyone about that. So that would have been nice.
Charles said, wear a cup in football? Negative. Why is that? Of all the sports.
Now, I played football in my freshman year, and I honestly don't think I wore a cup either, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
To get in the way?
Yeah. I mean, you're moving around a lot.
Yeah, you move around a lot in baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never played football. My school was small. We did not have a football team.
Charles goes, I can't believe you aren't having a tantrum. I'd be throwing shit all over the place. Pretend like we're battered women in this situation. We've been scorned and hit so many times with issues, Charles. We don't know how to even react anymore. Look at Kotter. He's beaten down.
It would take the machine blowing up at this point in time to get a reaction. Because I'm just like, yeah, cool. What happens?
The last thing it is cool.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. How about that? I'll be the first one to leave for a show once.
Cool.
Boom.
Hi, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out for the first 30 minutes when we weren't there. We appreciate that. Today is the last show of the week. Marshall is heading down to Universal for Halloween Horror Nights. I am hopping a plane this afternoon around 5:30, heading to Arkansas, layover at O'Hare in Chicago, then heading down to Arkansas for Family Week with my kid. Get in tonight around 9:45, I think. It's not too bad. Worst part about it is the half an hour, 40-minute drive from the airport to Fayetteville. You would think Fayetteville, the city that has the University of Arkansas, would have its own airport, but it doesn't. It's about 36 miles north, so that's going to be an awesome Uber ride. Looked into renting a car, and it just wasn't worth it. I'm not going to mess with trying to park on campus during a game weekend plus family weekend, so about the same amount to rent a car than it would be just to Uber back and forth. But it'll be fun. I look forward to it. Then we'll be back on Monday. Coming up on the show today, we didn't get to that earlier. Taking your calls, comments, and text. How did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? I will get quizzed in the face. We've got the Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members. There's so many to pick from, and it's so easy to find maybe like a wild card entry into this. But mine's pretty straightforward. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. You got to have faith in New Music Beta Fish selecting from Papa Roach, Kill the Noise, or a band Turnstile. A couple weeks back, we talked about a story. A band had somebody take a dump in the pit during a show.
Mm-hmm.
This was that band.
Yeah.
So they got a song called Blackout. Trivia today. The big guy going to break down several games, and then Marshall's music news. So definitely a lot to get to on our final show of the week.
Tony wrote, car rentals have gotten ridiculous. Tell us why. I'm guessing just the pricing of car rentals?
Yeah, I mean, it was so... waited till the last minute because I was just like, I'll Uber, it'll be fine. And then the wife and I was like, maybe a car rental would be cheaper. And it's family weekend in Arkansas. So, I mean, you kind of figure it's going to be stupid anyway. The car rentals, a lot of them just didn't have anything. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting it at 10 o'clock at night. Not that you can't rent a car late. And then the car rentals were like $250 total. So my Uber ride, I looked at it last night. It was estimated at about $50.
Right.
So even if it gets crazy and goes up to 70 or 80, and that's, down and then 80 back, that's still 160. So it's cheaper than renting a car. And then because it's game day and family week, I ain't driving to campus. I'm Ubering to campus. It's not worth the headache of trying to find a parking spot on game day or any time during that weekend. So I'm just going to Uber to campus. So it just wasn't worth the hassle of trying to rent a car.
Ooh.
And my brother will be there. So I'm just going to, and he's sticking around Sunday because I won't be there for the Sunday stuff for Family Week. So him and his wife are going to stick around and hang out with Ella on Sunday. So I'm just going to be like, look, dude, get up at 7 o'clock on Sunday, take me to Bentonville, and just drop me off at the airport. That way I don't have to Uber back. He can come back plenty of time to hang with my kids. So that's kind of the plan. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yuck. So you mentioned quiz in the face earlier. So I'm kind of going what I did with last week. So last week I quizzed you in the face in regards to celebrities' net worth. But because I'm going to Universal Halloween Horror Nights, I figured I'd go kind of the other route with this above-below game. So
Okay.
in honor of that, I'm going to go ahead and give you a movie serial killer name,
Okay.
the amount of films they've been in,
Okay.
and their last film. And I'm going to then give you a number, and you just have to tell me whether it's above or below the amount of people they've killed on screen.
In total.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why I'm giving you total films, and then just so I'm going to give you the last time they put out a film.
Now, and then we got time before we, have to get into it and actually clarify, but clarification. Are these on-screen murders, or are these murders that...
They are total victims per Wikipedia, sir.
Okay.
What does that mean? Probably. I think that's the only way to really count them up anyway, so. That's what we'll do for Quiz in the Face today. A little movie serial killer action
Okay.
with
Sounds
the
good.
above-below game.
All right, since we couldn't get to our first two stories of About Last Night, this is awesome, and I wish this could have been me. A 30-year-old guy in Florida went to Disney World this summer and was able to skip a bunch of lines because he posed as a Disney tour guide.
Right.
Now, this is kind of a cool story. So it happened in June, and employees started noticing a bunch of unapproved overrides. Now, there is an app that VIP tour guides use. So they're noticing a bunch of things that shouldn't have been there. So basically, people are cutting in line and not paying for it.
Mhm.
You want that VIP experience, pay extra. So they had a fraud investigator. This doesn't surprise me. Disney would have something like this, starting to look into this whole situation. So on June 4th, he actually saw somebody leading a tour, and he's like, I don't know who this guy is.
Right.
And they're bypassing lines in Hollywood studios. So there was no word as to whether this guy was like leading friends of his, if he just randomly rounded up some people from Disney. It's like, hey, we'll cut in line, VIP tour for free. It didn't matter because Disney shut it down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy just decides, well, peace out then. I'm going to leave. So he starts walking to the parking lot. Disney officials follow him to his car. And then that's where he admitted he had an official Disney World iPad that only tour guides are supposed to have.
Right.
So that's how he's able to call all these lines. That's why it was showing up on the app. It's kind of why it stood out. And they're like, how'd you get this? I was like, well, my boss gave it to me. No word as to where this guy actually works. So he gives up his boss's name. And the people at Disney are like, oh, yeah, we know this guy. He's done this before. So Disney being Disney, I figured, arrest this guy,
Mm-hmm.
Let him go. They let this guy go and just kicked him off property. So he got like free Disney for, a couple weeks there, and it didn't get in trouble for it, which really shocked me.
Well, I wonder, you said in that story he had a group of people that kind of like were following him around, and they were all cutting the line in like one big group, right?
Yeah, they didn't specify whether he knew the people or if he just like rounded up random people at the park.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was just random people, that's just a great deed. Like maybe that's why they let him go.
Maybe, maybe just taking people.
But if it was just literally his buddies, like his drunk college friends, then maybe it's kind of a dick move. But where did that guy get the iPad is actually the better question.
I know. He said he got it from his boss. I have no idea where the boss got it. I mean, they don't say what this guy did and what his boss did. And then he just totally throws his boss under the bus.
Well, I think Charles actually has a great comment here. He says, improvise, adapt, overcome. Work the system. Screw Disney. I think that's honestly, I agree with Charles here.
No, I don't hate
Charles has the best point of all.
Yeah, I don't hate this guy for doing this at all. I wish I had this opportunity.
It's pretty genius stuff. It's genius level stuff right there.
Now, I do disagree because some people go this route and they will put their kid in a wheelchair and be able to cut lines with that. That to me is crossing a line because now you're saying
what kind of wheelchair?
Anything,
like a legit wheelchair.
Yeah. You can get a wheelchair. You get it beforehand. Throw your kid in the wheelchair. They don't need the wheelchair, but because they have it, all of a sudden they can cut through lines. So that, I think, is a little too far for me. This, though, all day long. All day long. All right, we got about 50 seconds. We're back at it.
Tony says you have to have a specific pass for that. The wheelchair thing?
Oh, really? I don't know. This was, we know of this happening through an acquaintance. They've talked about doing it many times. How they did it, I don't know.
Tony says you have to apply for a handicap pass.
Maybe they did.
Like, do you have to just how do you prove?
I don't know.
Here's just a picture of a person in a wheelchair?
Because we know people who have done it. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Kotter and Marshall Show. Great shows coming to the area over the next few months. Best year of concerts in over a decade here in the Low Country and Coastal Empire. And right now we got the Rock 1061 Super Ticket. This is your chance to score a pair of tickets to 5 of the shows. POD, Candlebox and Fozzy, Victory North Savannah, plus Dirty Honey and Aaron Jones. Those shows going down at District Live downtown.
So listen up for the Super Ticket Artist of the Day. We're going to tell you who that is coming up right around 8 o'clock today. Once you hear that, listen up for a track from that band. And every time you do, text us SUPER, S-U-P-E-R, to 1-800-394-1061, and you'll be qualified to win. Now, Friday, we are announcing our winner, so you only really have today. I mean, for the most part, to kind of get in on this contest. And then tomorrow, Billy and the Badass Rock Show, they'll be announcing our grand prize winner.
So get more details about the Rock 1061 Super Ticket, rock1061.com. Coming up after 7 o'clock, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Want those stories? You can call and text 800-394-1061. You can also hit us up on the chat. So once again, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Call, comment, and text now. Kotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
So before we went on air, I was trying to think, how would you prove that you have to, fill out a form and everything? I'm like, what if you just had to send in a video of the handicapped person and you just had to, grab them and, put them in a standing position and show they just fall straight down? See? They're handicapped. That's what will bring the wheelchair. That would be demeaning, Disney. Jesus. Rude sons of bitches. So I found this random story this morning, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So a guy down in Galveston, Texas, he dressed up as Michael Myers. Now, not like a good-looking Michael Myers. It pretty much just looks like one of those cheap, Halloween costumes that you'd get from Spirit or something.
Right.
So he decided to take the costume, and he's a pretty large guy, and with a fake bloody knife, and he decided to just go walk the beach. Now, people obviously did not like this, so the police were called, and this man, who is a lawyer named Mark Metzger, was arrested for disorderly conduct. Now, he said he understood as a lawyer why. He just thought he would do it for a bit of fun. Thought, there were some people stuck, in the Galveston, Texas area because of a tropical storm, and he thought, you know what, I'd give him a good little laugh with this. And he was just having a little fun on his day off. Well, obviously, he got arrested for disorderly conduct. But earlier in the day, and he goes on Instagram by The Island Attorney, he was in a CVS, and this is completely random. He ran into the lead singer of Slayer, Tom Araya.
Okay.
So there's actually a picture of Tom Araya and this guy in his Michael Myers suit up on his Instagram page. Tom Araya has lost a ton of weight. He looks great right now.
Okay.
But, I just thought that was a fun little story. In the middle of his prank, he walked into a CVS before he hit the beach And yeah, there's Tom Araya from Slayer just kind of hanging out in this camo shirt, jean shorts, looking nice and tan. Yeah, it's a wild story.
Kind of awesome. Speaking of wild stories, Wanda shared hers. I was giving my boyfriend an amazing job. I started to
Really? Where at?
I started to look up toward him, and the next thing I know, his load hit me in the eye. Oh, Wanda, that is awesome. Tony, I would prefer lemon juice and razor blades. All right, that's funny.
I'm just grabbing some stories here, getting them set up for 7.
The other story we had for about last night was all about Venom and Spider-Man. It's like Marvel. It's got the MCU. Includes Spider-Man thanks to a deal with Sony. Now, Sony has, I guess, the Venom verse. They're calling it Sony's Spider-Man universe, though it doesn't currently include Spider-Man. But could we get a crossover, or could we see Spider-Man pop up in these Sony movies? I guess it could happen, and according to Andy Serkis, Gollum, and the director of Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, he basically says, yes, it's going to happen. I guess Marvel has got, after the Spider-Man movie comes out in December, they've got a deal for one more movie. Still not sure what that is, to feature Spider-Man in the MCU. After that, technically, the character belongs to Sony. We are getting some Spider-Man villain movies coming up. Obviously, Venom 2 is coming out in October. There's still that Morbius movie floating around out there, something with Kraven the Hunter, supposedly in the works. So we could eventually see Spider-Man, I don't know, it'll be Tom Holland or somebody else, pop up in the Sony stuff. So confusing. It's too much going on, guys. It's really confusing. I mean, if I'm Sony, I try to get Tom Holland signed to more movies. But it just feels like it feels like it'd be a major step down for the character to go from being an Avenger to now fighting a guy who turned himself into a vampire. It just it doesn't carry the same weight. But who knows?
I am excited to check out what they're going to be doing with Morbius and Venom. I feel like that Venom 2 movie is going to be a big step up from what they did in Venom 1. I didn't think it was honestly a great movie overall, but I think this Venom 2, I think Andy Serkis has a pretty good idea of what not to do when it comes to making a film. He's made a few like big budget films now, so I'm kind of excited to see what he can do with the character of Venom, and I think overall, probably that story-wise, will be a much better film than Venom, the original film, which wasn't bad. It just wasn't.
Did he direct the first one?
No.
Has he directed movies before?
Yeah, so he did Mowgli, which is a Jungle Book inspired film for Netflix.
Oh, I didn't know he did that.
It was reviewed well. It wasn't a big hit or anything because there was actually 2 Jungle Book movies that came out at the exact same time.
Yeah.
His went on Netflix. The other one went out on into theaters a few months prior. So everyone had a bunch of Jungle Book fatigue, I guess, at that point.
Sure.
All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day is, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Feel free to drop in your stories into the chat today. You can also call us 1-800-394-1061. Morning, Jeremy. What's going on, man?
Hey, Jeremy.
Sorry, guys. I'm just getting ready for our call-in segment. Looks like I'm all set. Charles, thank you for your story, man. Charles has an ongoing theme in his life. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Charles doesn't drink enough water. Maybe you drink too much Natty Light, bro. Maybe that's your issue. I don't know.
Basically water. It's the same thing.
Well, something's going on there. I don't know what the hell. But yeah, guys, feel free to call us up, shoot us a text, even drop your story into the stream today. Once again, our question of the day is, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Cool. All right. How did you want to work break one here?
That's a good question. We got some on the Facebook, nothing too drastic. I've got a story. I don't mind sharing that. Do you have any personally?
I don't actually.
Okay.
I couldn't think of anything that popped in my head in regards to this call-in here, but I do have. I mean, we do have quite a few that we've gotten from social media. There's a few longer ones that we got on the Kotter and Marsh Show page, and then I've got a couple from the stream here. And I have not looked at our text line, but we probably won't have anything there until we get 2 breaks deep into it.
Yeah, there's nothing on the text line. Oh, there we go. I didn't get the ones on our page for some reason.
Good morning, Sean. What's up, man? Tony says, Charles, have you tried calcium magnesium supplements? Ooh. Trying to add another pill to the old man Charles regiment? Probably not a good idea, Tony. So we were talking about Spider-Man a few moments ago, but kind of flipping to another Avenger, not Tom Holland, but Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon or Captain America or Captain Falcon. I don't know, whatever the hell you want to call him. After that whole Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus series. So it was just announced last night that Anthony Mackie is set to star in a Twisted Metal TV series. So Twisted Metal was a really popular car game on PlayStation 1 and 2 growing up. So it's pretty much just like a crash 'em, fire guns at other cars type of destruction type of series. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, I played the heck out of some Twisted Metal growing up. I think there was 3 or 4 of them on PlayStation 1. And then PlayStation 2, they had Twisted Metal Black. I mean, that's PlayStation 3. I don't know. I mean, there were some great games in the series, but they haven't made a game in that series in quite some time. Well, last night they announced that Anthony Mackie will take the lead role in Twisted Metal, the TV show. His character's name will be named John Doe, a man that has no memories of his past and is seeking a better life. As such, he accepts a dangerous mission to deliver a package across a wasteland that's filled with other dangerous drivers. You can expect, obviously, characters from the franchise, including Sweet Tooth, who's the most popular. He's a deranged clown that hair is on fire, driving an ice cream truck, and, just being a mass murderer. So, according to the PlayStation Studios, they said, we're thrilled to have Anthony Mackie on board. His ability to blend comedy, action, and drama is perfect for the twisted world we are creating. They don't say where they're going to be putting this series yet or when it's going to premiere, but Apparently, the series is based on a concept from the guys who wrote Deadpool.
Okay.
And apparently, one of the guys from Cobra Kai will serve as the executive producer on this show as well. So it's got some names behind it. So I wonder where it's going to land. Obviously, PlayStation Studios are putting the Last of Us TV show on HBO. So I wonder if it's going to be another HBO Max type of series. Maybe.
Yeah.
It would make sense, but it's kind of fun stuff. Like Twisted Metal was very cool, a very cool series growing up. So it'd be kind of cool to see what kind of crazy, like Mad Maxian type of vehicles they could kind of put in this thing, along with like the deranged, crazy stuff they had.
I've played that game, not probably extensively as you have, but I have played that several times. So that could be fun. I mean, just because, the game is what it is. So you can kind of create the universe around that, and it could be almost anything you want, as long as you have, the iconic characters and, just some of the, fun of the game in the TV show. So that could be a lot of fun.
Andrew, thank you for that story. Wanda with a great comment about queefing. I think that's a first for the Cotter and Marshall show. Then Tony asked Wanda if she watches South Park. Love you guys. Happy Friday Eve indeed, Heather. Thank you for joining in to the Cotter and Marshall show. Are we going on air here, or do we have one more song?
We got another song.
Okay. Why don't this break? Why don't you go ahead and start off with yours, and then I'll do a couple really, really short ones from the Facebook page, and then I'll end on Andrew's story that I just got on the stream in regards Fenway. So we'll go out on Fenway.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just reading some of these from Facebook. They're just making me laugh. They're like literally like 2 or 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 12-year-old. Sean, what's the topic? All right, man. The question of the day, once again, guys, is how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Please feel free to share your stories with us here on the stream. Give us a call. Elaine, good morning. Thanks for joining in. Once again, question of the day is how did you totally screw up a romantic moment? Go ahead and share your stories with us here in the chat or by phone, 1-800-394-1061. I feel like Vic probably has a really great story at this. Vic's been married, to my knowledge, once.
Yeah.
But Vic's had some girlfriends, admittedly, by him, to us.
Yeah.
Multiple, I think, during his marriage. So maybe he's got some good stories for us from, the times he's, screwed up, the side chicks, romantic moments.
All right, just under 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Brandon and Skip's comments, and then I'm going to go with Andrew's story, and that's the 3 I'll do coming up here.
Okay. We got a text, so.
Oh, cool. I guess I got to reset this. Oh, we just got one from Salsa Mark as well.
Okay.
Oh, Salsa didn't send a story. He just said he loves Disturbed.
Oh.
Says I love Disturbed. And he doesn't watch our stream. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So he just loves Disturbed. Play more Disturbed. Charles says Vic's moments get ruined when the farmer comes to check out the sheep. There is I can actually confirm Vic. There's some ladies who love Vic. I don't know what it is about him, but I've seen Vic with a lady, that likes him. And it just as stunning as you think it would be. Tony's dropping South Park clips into our stream today. The one she dropped in, the Road Warrior queef. Classy, guys. But honestly, the type of content I want in our chat, so please more of that. All right, guys, we're less than a minute to going on the air. Once again, I'll do 2 Facebook, and then I'll wrap up with the stream on Fenway. We'll go out. I think we'll get some decent stories here. Hopefully, we'll get a couple phone calls that we could pop on.
Yeah.
Vic has procreated, Tony. Yes, you think he has
2 kids? A son and a daughter?
I've met a son and a daughter.
Yeah.
Daughter wasn't impressed that her dad was Vic.
No. No.
She wasn't having it. She's like, my dad. I'm like, okay. It's Vic. Oh, okay.
All right, guys, be right back. How did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? You can call and text 800-394-1061 or comment on the chat. If you haven't got on the stream yet, today may be the day, because there are things being said in the chat section of the stream that I don't think we can't talk about on air.
What?
There's several things.
There's several things.
There's several. Okay. Wanted to share the story that I think it could be for stream only, guys.
Yeah, that one. I don't think we can really go on air probably with that one.
No. So if you want to check out the stream, haven't done so, today is the perfect day. Once again, you can do that Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. But today's question: how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? My biggest problem is always booze, man.
Yeah,
it's always booze, because it's like, they're nights. When the wife and I are like, all right, let's go out and, have some fun. We'll go out on a date. We'll come back home, have some fun. And usually...
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Sex.
Oh.
And,
With 2 people?
On a good day.
Okay.
So you have some drinks.
Right.
Maybe have some drinks before you leave, go out for the evening. You have some drinks when you go out for the evening. You come home, you have some more drinks. And then the next thing you know, you wake up on the couch and it's 7 o'clock in the morning and you're like, what happened? Tonight was supposed to be like an epic night, and here I am.
An epic night?
An epic night.
Wow.
And here I am waking up on the couch, still completely clothed, TV is still on. The wife has since gone to bed. I'm just passed out on the couch. This has unfortunately happened more than once. Now, it has happened to where both the wife and I have passed out together on the couch.
Oh, that's love. Were you holding hands? Did you wake up holding hands?
There's the romantic moment.
Yeah.
We just pass out together, and we wake up the next morning. But, yeah, booze more times than 5 or 6 has prevented what I would, like to thought was going to be just a nice...
I feel like you really lowballed that number. Just 5 or 6?
Yeah, I would say it's not, an every time occurrence.
Do you even drink, bro? I do that in a weekend.
So how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? 800-394-1061. Call, comment, or text.
All right, well, let's go to our comments on the stream, Kotter, and we got a ton of them. Thank you, everyone, for answering our silly little questions that we put out every day. I have questions about this one, and maybe you can explain it to me. Maybe as an older man, maybe you can use your old man knowledge and throw it at me. Brandon O'Hanley says, I farted on impact, and I don't know what that means. So once again, our question of the day was, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Cotter, please explain. I farted on impact.
So that could be, several things, honestly.
Okay, break them down.
Okay, so maybe he's going to pick up, his girlfriend, for a night out.
Yeah.
And, opens the door, and first thing, instead of saying hello, lets one rip.
Right.
Maybe that's it.
That's the mood killer?
Maybe. That you're setting the stage before you even step foot in the door with a fart. Yeah, it's going to kill the mood. All right, so then maybe You're back at your place,
right?
Lights are low.
Okay, set the mood. Okay,
you got a little music going, maybe some Marvin Gaye going on in the background.
Marvin Gaye, you say?
Let's get it on.
Okay,
going on in the background.
All right,
and you're looking to get a little frisky.
Yeah.
So before
you're getting way too into this, but continue.
You wanted stories.
Yeah, no, set the scene. You're setting the scene.
So before anything really happens, they're about to make the first move. They both know where this is going to end up.
Right.
Let's one right before anything goes.
Ooh,
just completely kills the mood.
Now, immediately, my young man brain goes immediately to the moment of conception.
Yeah.
And upon impact, I'm talking like right when it's about to begin, that's when it happened.
That was going to be number 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought Brandon was talking about. But I'm glad you brought up those other scenarios, because I probably wouldn't have even thought about them in this case. All right, well, we got another another Facebook comment here from Skip. Skip, this is real interesting. He said, I accidentally squeezed a bottle of sriracha too hard and shot a stream of it directly into my fiance's eye. Now, I'm pretty sure he is honestly talking about sriracha here in this case and not something else. But, I mean, that is an utter mood killer. Because sriracha, outside of just being utterly delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the chili burn.
Oh, it's got to be
brutal.
It is
real. It is 100% real. Now, delicious on sandwiches and nachos, but not delicious when squirted directly into the eye. I can't confirm that myself, but, I mean, it sounds very logical to me.
All right, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Hit us up now, 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. More of your stories coming up. This is Daughtry. Heavy is the crown. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
I guess I'll go ahead and just start with Andrew then.
Was there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there at the Fenway, remember?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, guys. Going through some of your comments. We missed a bunch of them. Andrew says, how did I ruin the moment? I take my sunglasses off and look at her with my lazy eye or be in a lit room. All right, Andrew. That's funny, man.
Oh, that's good.
Wanda goes, yay, I finally get a story that can't be aired.
Yeah.
Congrats, Wanda. Let's see. Lane says, laugh my ass off, Wanda wins. Congratulations. An early win for Wanda there. All right, guys, we are taking more of your calls, comments, texts for the question of the day. How did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? I guess I'll go ahead and start off with Andrews here in regards to Fenway.
Okay.
You want to bring up a few from what we have on Facebook?
Yep.
That I didn't chat there.
I've also got the text. I can read Johnny's.
Why don't you end that way then? Is the one Johnny's good? I haven't read it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's a true romantic moment on the beach that did not go well.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw that.
Yeah.
And then Salsa Mark actually did just drop in a story.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he dropped a story in regards to our topic today. So why don't we save Salsas for break 3?
Okay.
So go ahead and begin with a couple Facebook. Actually, I'll start with Andrew. No, we'll break it up this way. Start with a couple Facebook. I'll do Andrew, and then do the text.
Okay.
Sandy, thank you for that story. Also, good morning, Mamacita. Elaine says, Wanda wins due to the week. Just reading Sandy's story real quick that she dropped in so we can share that. Oh, look at that. True love with Wanda right there. I love that. Or excuse me, with Sandy. I love that.
All right, guys, got about 15. We'll be right back. How did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Taking your stories this morning. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Most of these involve a fart. And I feel really bad for the significant other on the receiving end of that. But Lindsay hit us up on Facebook. She said, this wasn't my romantic moment. She's like, I went to Welcome to Rockville in 2016 with my mom and her new boyfriend, who is now my stepdad. Now, she was like, they probably thought something was going to go down between the two. You know, they're down in Jacksonville enjoying some time.
Right.
Well, at the end of the night, she ended up crashing in their suite, completely preventing them from spending any quality alone time.
Are you saying Lindsay's the fart in this story? Are you calling Lindsay passing gas here?
I guess Lindsay is the fart in the story, yeah.
Yeah, she completely stunk up that room. No sexy time was being held.
Eric and Chambers hit us up as well. Ate some lobster bisque soup on a date. Turns out I was allergic.
Yeah, this one's mostly awkward because Erica's my sister here. That is my sister Erica in this story. And I refuse to believe she's ever had a romantic moment, although she's married and have 3 children. So,
I'm sure she's had all kinds of sex.
Gross. Nope.
Crazy, nonstop, wall-shaking sex. Just, crazy stuff.
Kotter, thank you so much for reminding me. I need to block my sister from our social media pages so we don't have to have this moment again. All right, well, let's go to a really good moment here for Andrew. Andrew chimed in. He said, about 10 years ago, I proposed to my ex-wife, obviously it's gone well, at Fenway Park up in Boston. He goes, I got to put it up on the big screen. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. People around us. It was not awesome. It didn't get quite the reaction I wanted from my ex-wife. She looked up at the screen and then looked up at me and then looked at the screen, and it was like, apparently she couldn't believe it was her. So she kept looking back and forth. And he kept looking at her like, hey, dummy, trying to propose to you. And apparently she never noticed her name was on the screen the entire time.
Are you serious?
She just kept doing like the back and forth, and she just couldn't understand. She seemed a little slow, Andrew. So maybe it's the best that she's your ex-wife now. But yeah, that's it. That's a moment. As a guy, I would be like, hello, hey, ice. Will you marry me? And she's like, what's going on? I don't get it. Yeah, I completely relate to Andrew right there.
My wife always said, don't propose to me in front of a bunch of people. I'll say no.
Why? That's so rude.
She wanted it to be a private moment, so she didn't want it to be in front of a bunch of people. So,
do you think, was she just setting the standard in your marriage that she's embarrassed of you?
Oh, I knew that. I mean, that is nothing new. I mean, I knew that from the get-go. I mean, we started dating, and I'm like, there's something odd about this.
Right.
This is not her proudest moment.
This is not her proudest moment. Even in the private engagement, she just looked at you and she's like, yeah, that's fine. And she went and made a sandwich for herself and then left the room. Like, okay, I think that went well.
All right, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? You can call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. We got a text from Johnny. Now, Johnny's the guy that, like, a few years ago, picked up my kitchen table. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Lifesaver.
I'll tell you what, that's how you make a fan of this radio station for lifetime. You know what? We should just start giving away kitchen tables here.
Just give away a table.
Yeah.
So Johnny, a great guy, he hit us up, and this was meant to be a truly romantic moment. So one time, I'm walking on the beach with my girlfriend at the time. I had planned a message in a bottle type thing.
Okay.
I mean, super romantic.
Yeah.
This is a good move.
It's a lot of work because you got to go there. You got to like kind of bury the bottle in the sand. Hopefully no one finds it, that type of thing. All right, good for this guy.
I mean, it goes well. You're sealing the deal here.
Oh, yeah.
This is, So he tried to drop it in the sand when she wasn't looking. So I guess he didn't plan it ahead of time.
All right. Well, I'm not really impressed with him now.
Well, as he was dropping it, it hit a rock and it completely shattered.
Oh, no.
She bent over to pick it up, cut her hand so badly. They had to go to the ER.
Yes, I saw this coming. No pun intended.
So there was no, I'm guessing, romance that evening.
Nothing sexier than losing a quart of blood on the way to the hospital and then coming back home delirious. No, that's very sexy.
All right, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. We got more of your stories coming up. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys, thanks for chiming in with your stories this morning. We have the one from Salsa Mark. I haven't read it yet, but if you want to take a peek at that, I have quite a few from some nut locked the studio door. I couldn't tell if you were on the air. I don't have a key to that.
Why is it locked? I don't have a key.
Cleaning people? Wait, cleaning people come on Thursday, so...
Call Tim. Call Tim to see if he has the key. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Yeah, call Tim to see if he has the key.
No, try it. I love a good break-in story. Sorry, guys.
All right.
I can just kick the door in like Leonidas from 300. Boom. So things are going well here at the DVC studios this morning between locked studio doors and studios that don't work. It's just having a great time. Oh, Tony says just go through the roof. Yeah, there's a ladder in Tim's office.
Actually, it does. You could do that pretty easily.
Yeah, you could.
No.
I saw it done in Mission Impossible, the first film.
You got this.
Yeah. Tom Cruise could do it. Are you telling me that Tom Cruise is better than you? So Tim has screwed up all the studios, Charles said. I don't know. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, let's just say yeah. That's Tim's fault. Jeremy says we all know it's Thursday, so Vic is busy with romantic alone time. Oh, that's actually a pretty good reason why. Yeah, that's actually spot on, Jeremy. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry, guys. Oh, I have some great news to share. While we're in a little bit of a commercial break here, while in the middle of our question of the day, I got an email yesterday, and I would like to announce that our friend, Rhett Parnell, is getting his PlayStation 5, the reason for his future divorce, here in the next few days. So got his his delivery email, shot that right over to him. So congratulations, Rhett, about to have a PS5. And one less member living in the house with you.
Yeah, Salsa Marks isn't gonna work. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't even read it.
Yeah, no, it's just. Yeah.
Oh, it looks a little sad. Got sad in the middle.
Well, there's just So.
All right, we won't use that.
Mark.
All right, so I've got Charles and Sandy's that I like a lot here. Also, okay. Andrews is funny. So I'm not even going to touch any of the Facebook stuff.
Yeah, there's really nothing left on the Facebook. I mean, it's literally farting and that's about it. I mean, all right, Danielle's could have been cool, but she doesn't give enough details. Me and the hubby are having a nice evening watching movies. I watched him do something weird, and I laughed my ass off. I don't know. He considered normal. I don't know. Doesn't make.
I like Dylan's. I think you could have fun with that.
Is that on Facebook?
Yep.
I might not have copied that one.
Jeff put a comment that we can't say.
Yeah, I know.
Melissa just wrote one single word, which I thought is kind of fun too. If you don't want to touch those, I'll give you. Charles is here, and I can email that to you. You can use that.
Yeah, just do that.
I mean, we had comments on both show pages. That's where I got all of them. I don't know if you're missing some or not.
I grabbed the ones that. I just usually grab the ones I like. I don't always grab all of them.
I'll start off and then just use the one I sent you in the middle.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, we're just getting ready here for our third and final break of our question of the day. Once again, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Someone who hasn't chimed in, who I know has probably screwed up a romantic moment once or twice just because it's him. Horny for smoked wheat, Sean. Horny for smoked meats, Sean. I know you have something that you're just not sharing. Definitely know you got something, man.
All right, we got about a little under 4 minutes. I'm going to go start a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm. I think someone's already actually making a cup of coffee. That'll be an awkward situation for him. Liquid says, I would also like to destroy my relationship with the PS5. There you go. I can next time something comes up, Liquid, I can shoot over a text message and shoot you over a link that you can buy one easily. Oh, look at that. Tony says if it saves your marriage, Rhett, she'd be willing to buy that PS5 from you. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at this. Saving relationships, talking relationship stories this morning. We're having a good old time. So tomorrow we are off on the stream. We're doing a best of on air. Just a quick heads up there. I'm taking the day off. So tomorrow I'm just driving straight down to Orlando. I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, which I'm super excited about. We went in 2019, and we've always wanted to go. So we did like this VIP tour where you just met up at like some weird restaurant, and then they just literally walk you around, and you don't have to wait in any line, and they take you to every single thing. And that's what we're doing again this year. So I'm actually really excited. We've had this booked for quite some time. So we'll be sharing, this beautiful Halloween moment together, my wife and I, tomorrow night. So we're excited to do that this weekend. So we will be off tomorrow. So I'm taking a personal day because I get to. Kotter, this is the first time you've ever experienced traffic at the coffee machine. Are you okay?
It was done. She was done by the time I was up. No, the other day I went out to get coffee, and she was currently making a cup. That was confusing.
It's confusing.
Because I was like, what's going on here?
Right.
Because I should be the only person who uses this.
Well, Stacy usually comes in with the largest Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup you've ever seen.
That is true.
I didn't know they make coffee that large. Stacy brings one of those in every single day. Rhett says, I'm still married. Maybe not happily right now, but I'm still married. No need to sell my possessions just yet.
You'll get through this, Rhett. You'll get through it. Things will get better. You'll get the PS5. It will remind her things will get bad again.
Right.
But then eventually it'll be okay.
So actually, great question for Rhett. So Rhett's wife was completely giving him the silent treatment yesterday. Rhett, did things get better? Did she start talking to you? Are we still on silent treatment day 2 because I hooked you up with buying a PlayStation 5? And I get it. It's kind of my fault.
I was going to say, how mad is she right now at Marshall? I would totally pass. I would throw Marshall under the bus so hard if I were you, Rhett.
I'll take a screenshot of what Rhett said because it's clearly not my fault. I said, as a friend, Rhett, you're my dude. Hey, you've been looking for a PS5. Do you want this? And he literally said, I should not do this. And then he wrote ... but please send this information to me. And that's what I did.
Oh, I know. But if I was Rhett, I would totally under the bus.
He can't. I got the evidence. He's a cop. He knows better.
All right, guys, be right back. How did you screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? Thank you guys for contributing. Great stories today. Definitely had some chat-only ones. If you guys missed out, another reason to stream the show every day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. But once again, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment?
All right, Kotter. So Andrew chimed in, and Andrew is a member of the Horde. He's a guy who watches on the live stream every day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, just like all of you on the air should. But he says, how did I ruin the moment? The sexy, romantic moment? He goes, I took my sunglasses off, and I had her look at my lazy eye. Or I just be in a lit room with her. Kind of ruins the moment with her. Andrew does have kind of a lazy eye, but we love you all the same. I guess it could be kind of a downer in the moment. Because you could be trying to look at her, thoughtfully in the eyes, but one eye's on the boob. Could be an awkward moment for him.
Both my eyes are always on the boobs, so it's fine.
You always know what you're getting with Kotter.
Yeah,
that's for sure. It's
no secret. All right, Big Bald and Sexy hit us up. He said, ruining romantic times? Have to admit, on more than one occasion, leg cramps have put a halt to romantic activities. Said, I'm in better shape now, and I hydrate properly. So not as much of an issue now, but yes, cramps will kill the moment. And worse than leg cramps, one particular moment brings to mind cramps in my abs.
Whoa. Oh, sick brag, bro.
Talk about being in a position and can't move because the pain is so bad.
Wait, so Charles here is trying to say that he has more than the one ab? Are you supposed to have? Because I just have the one.
The one.
Are you supposed to have multiple?
I've seen pictures of, guys that, may have like 6.
I just thought that was like, those are fake.
It's Photoshop.
Yeah, it's just Photoshopped.
It's a filter.
Yeah, those are aliens.
It's a filter.
All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day. This next story includes Sebastian Bach, Kotter.
Oh, dear Lord.
But our question of the day is, how did you totally screw up what was supposed to be a romantic moment? This is coming from our close personal friend, Mamacita. She says, not sure if you want to call it romantic, but it was extremely hot. HOTT, she says. I drank way too much, and I ended up with a Sebastian Bach lookalike. Now, right here, if you are hammered drunk, do you really think she was with a Sebastian Bach lookalike? Or was it just some, creepy old man with, long blonde hair who obviously had not cut it in quite some time?
When you've had too much to drink, Sebastian Bach lookalike.
Yeah,
instantly.
Make your own reality. All right, so she says she ended up with a Sebastian Bach lookalike in his brand new Corvette.
Oh.
And she said just before his big O, she says, I lost it. I upchucked all over his new Corvette. Now, the good news for Mamacita here, she said, he asked me out again the next night, and we dated for a year.
Oh.
So you know what? A romantic moment did happen.
There you go. That's awesome. A happy,
just took a while.
A happy ending.
After the vomit.
To today's call-in topic. All right, coming up next, I'm about to get quizzed in the face. After all that talk, I don't know if I want to anymore. So what is today's quiz again, Marshall?
All right, so we're going to quiz you in the face. Obviously, we talked about it off the air, but I'm going to go check out Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. So in honor of that, we are going to quiz your knowledge on movie serial killers and their under-over on movie kills.
All right, quizzed in the face coming up after Metallica. This is the Unforgiven, Kotter and Marshall. Rock 106.1.
Great news. Rhett's wife is talking to him.
Oh, good.
She broke the silence at the dinner table last night. He goes, we are speaking now. It's getting better. All right. Thoughts and prayers to your relationship, Rhett. Let us know if you need a place to stay. It's with Tony. She needs a PlayStation 5, so you're going to stay with Tony. You just stay inside the Perfect Touch massage place. Sean says, well, I was leaving the end of the world party at Tailgate Sports Bar. I used to be on Abercorn across the Home Depot.
Oh, it's still there.
It's still there, man.
Still there.
He goes, I started a little sexy time with the, at the time, girlfriend. Started as a little roadie. What's that mean? Then progressed to unsafe love time. 60 miles per hour on 204 and drove off the road right at O time. It was a good time for me. She got upset, but her mood was better when we got home. Wow.
Damn.
How far off the road did you drive? Obviously, you didn't slam into a tree.
I'll be right back.
These are questions I have. Good Lord. Well, that was fun, guys. Thanks for chiming in, whether you did it via the stream or text. I do appreciate it. Oh, no, I get the roadhead part. Up next, we are quizzing Kotter in the face. I'm going to go check out Halloween Horror Nights tomorrow. So we're going to movie serial killers. We're going to give Kotter the name of the movie serial killer, the amount of films they've been in, and the last time they had a movie released. And then I'm going to give him a number of victims, and he just has to say the above or below whether he thinks that is, close to the number. We're about a little less than 4 minutes before we jump back on the air here. Speaking of serial killers, they're actually making a new Hellraiser, it looks like TV series.
Interesting.
Or actually, you know what? Maybe it's just a movie. They're just calling it a remake. Sorry, I thought it was a series here. So David Goyer, he's the guy that wrote the Dark Knight trilogy that Christopher Nolan did.
Okay.
And then he also wrote the Blade trilogy with Wesley Snipes. He apparently started talking to Hulu, and now they're making a film with the guys from Hulu on Hellraiser. David S. Goyer said it's terrifying and amazing, which also teasing the jaw-dropping Cenobites. The Cenobites are essentially Pinhead's posse.
I'm sorry, every time you say Cenobites, all I think is Cinnabon, and I'm thinking, man, that sounds really delicious right now.
So, the Cenobites, definitely not Cinnabon. They're just like his hype men behind Pinhead, which would be kind of funny to see as a rap video. So, apparently, David S. Goyer says, I will say that we went back to the original novella for the source material. We're really honoring Clive's work. He says, I could say David Bruckner. He's the guy who is directing this new Hellraiser remake. He did movies called The Ritual and The Night House. I think The Ritual's on Netflix. It's actually pretty good. He said, David Bruckner is a genius. It's filming right now. The footage is terrifying and amazing, and the Cenobites are jaw-dropping. So Hellraiser, the Pinhead character is really entertaining. The movies are not good.
Yeah.
So maybe this will kind of break the bad Hellraiser streak there is.
Now, I hate all of these streaming services because it's just too much money to get all of the streaming services. But I love all the streaming services because all they need is content. And I've said I love reboots. I love remakes. I love when somebody tries something new with a character or story. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's fine. But the fact now that we get, a Hellraiser reboot, or you get all these other, stupid reboots just because the streaming services need all the content, I'm down for that, man. I like that part of it.
And it's cool to see some of our favorite properties kind of come back to life because, well, people just need the content. So it is kind of cool. That's the cool part about this stuff happening.
All right, got about a minute and a half.
Good morning, Mac. All right, guys, we're going to quiz Kotter in the face here in just a moment. It's raining. Is any water pouring into our studio right here?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It usually needs a little oomph behind the rain for it to come in.
Liquid says that, plus they literally have no new ideas. Yeah, when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, that's fair, too.
Like they're trying to break into the studio next door. We're hearing a lot of jarring noises. Cool. Finally, a problem with the studios that's not our issue. It's actually nice to bring up for once.
All right. We got about 15, guys. Be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show. It is time for me to get quizzed in the face.
Now, last week, Kotter, I quizzed you in the face in regards to celebrity wealth. Well, I'm going to be going to check out Universal Halloween Horror Nights this weekend. So I thought, you know what? Let's go to movie serial killers and kind of give you the above-below game on that. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the movie serial killer name. You'll know the name. Then I'll give you the amount of films that they've been in.
Okay.
And then I'll also give you the last time they've released a film in the series.
Okay.
And after that, I'll just give you a number. And you just have to tell me whether the kill count is above or below that number for the total amount of films.
Okay.
So once again, we're quizzing Kotter in the face on movie serial killers kill counts. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. Number one, you know him very well from the Friday the 13th series, Jason Voorhees. He's been in 12 films, Kotter. 12.
Right.
Now, the last one was officially in 2009 for the Friday the 13th.
It's been that long?
Yeah, so this is...
Wow.
Yeah, so the last film was actually the remake or the reboot that obviously did not do very well because they never followed up on it. So the last film was in 2009, just entitled Friday the 13th. Was his kill count above or below 136 over 12 films?
So this guy's got to have like an all-time high. I mean, the amount of films alone has got to mean this guy may be the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to kills. So I'm going to say he's got more than that amount.
That is correct.
That is correct. Jason Voorhees has a total of 157 total victims over 12 films. Starting off hot, Kotter. Let's see if you can keep it up. Next one, you may know the name, Michael Myers, coming from the Halloween movie series. There has been 11 films.
I was going to say, are we counting zombies and all of it to lump together?
There is zombies? Oh, yeah, I guess from...
Rob Zombie's movies.
Yes, that also includes Rob Zombie's movies. Yes.
Wow.
There's been 11 total films in the series. The last one officially coming out in 2018. That was the start of this new Halloween trilogy. Obviously does not include the new Halloween movie that's coming out here in a new few weeks. So is his total kill count, his total victim count, above or below 169?
Nice.
So,
man, this is tough. You throw in the Rob Zombie stuff. Oh, man, it's got to be high, right? It's got to be up there. There's so many movies. Oh, man, I don't know. This one's tough. I'm going to say below. I'm going to say below 169.
that, Kotter, is...
That is correct.
That is correct. Michael Myers is only up to 121 total victims.
Okay. All right. I figured it'd be more, but okay.
All right, Kotter, you are currently 2 for 2. Moving on to our quiz in the face once again. We're doing movie serial killer kill counts. Number 3 on the list, Jigsaw. This guy's had a ton of films, 8 films.
Wow.
I think this series just started too, really. So Jigsaw from the Saw films, there's been 8 total. The last one was 2017's Jigsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't include Spiral. You'll know that film that came out a few months ago. That is not included in this because, well, Jigsaw was not in that film. Spoiler alert. All right, so once again, Jigsaw, 8 films, last one in 2017. Is his kill count above or below 99?
Man, I'm going to say... I'm going to go below because I don't think he is as prolific as, Jason and Mike Myers and some of those others. So I'm going to say below.
So is below?
Below.
That is correct.
But not by much. 91 total victims for Jigsaw.
That's more than I would have expected.
All right, Kotter, I mean, you are a killing aficionado. Who would have thought? All right, continuing on in Quiz in the Face, let's go to an all-timer, probably the GOAT in my eyes, possibly of movie serial killers. Let's go to Freddie Cruz.
Yes.
9 films. The last one being in 2010, once again, another reboot of the entire series that did not go well. A Nightmare on Elm Street. Is his total kill count above or below 69?
Nice. I'm going to say above. He's got to have more than that.
Kotter, that's your first miss.
God, really?
That's your first miss.
How is it so low?
Freddy Krueger really doesn't kill a ton of people in his films. He's only killed 42.
Wow.
42 total.
You know what? Sometimes it's quality over quantity.
It truly is. He killed Johnny Depp, remember
That's
that?
true. And a bloodbath, too.
All right, one more, and then we'll take a short break. Then we got some more on the other side. Let's go to probably one of my favorites. This guy does not get the love that he should honestly get. Let's go to the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun series, Kotter. Once again, we're quizzing Kotter in the face with movie serial killers. You just got to tell us whether the kill counts are above or below the number I'll give you. Now, Leprechaun has been in 8 films, the last one coming out in 2018 with Leprechaun Returns.
What? 8 films?
Is his kill count above or below 172?
What? Man, did he kill Jennifer Aniston? She's in one of the movies.
No, I think she lived.
Did she live? Okay.
I think so.
Oh, man, I think...
He can't kill Jennifer Aniston.
Hey, I don't know. It was before Friends.
She'll be
right?
there for you.
See, this is tough because I think I've seen like the first movie and that was it. So I don't know how crazy this guy was with killing. That's a high number. Oh, man, I'm going to go low. Lower. Okay.
All right, Kotter,
correct.
that is correct. Actually, it's only 45.
Okay.
We just went a little high just for the fun of it there. All right, Kotter, doing very, very good in Quiz in the Face today. 4 out of 5 today. We got 5 more coming for you after the break.
Kotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us once again. Doing Quiz in the Face, doing them about movie serial killers.
We'll come right out of stuff.
Sounds good. Yeah, once again, got 5 more very well-known names here coming up after the other side of the break.
I would have never guessed that there was 8 Leprechaun movies.
Yeah, some of these I was really stunned at.
Is Warwick Davis the Leprechaun in all of them?
Not all of them, but most of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
the good ones.
The good one.
Yeah, I think I've seen the first one. It's like, I've been listening to that Rewatchables podcast and, with Halloween coming up, be talking just horror movies more in general. There's so many movies, and, it's my tendency to go back and rewatch things. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I kind of want to dive back into some horror movies.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Liquid, actually, good luck, man. So Liquid is actually going off to Oakity for a cardiogram, and then he's going to Beaufort where they're going to strap a heart monitor onto him for 2 weeks. He said, I'm scared shitless. I would be too, man.
Dude.
But, just good luck.
Hope it goes well, man. Good luck.
Rhett, going back to our call-in earlier this morning, he had a comment here. He goes, my romantic mishap, I was going to propose to my current wife. We had been dating for a year. I said, so we had been married for a year instead of dating for a year. When I went to ask the question, she caught the verbal flub and questioned me during my proposal speech. Is she like a detective? Was she like questioning you? Did she make you sit down? Did she cuff you to the table?
That was later. Let's be honest, though. His most recent flub up when it comes to romance was a PS5.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, he doesn't know the full girth of his mistake yet.
Oh, he knows.
Well, he doesn't know how far it's going to go.
Yeah,
so maybe
true.
he's just holding on to that story for the next time we do a question kind of like
true.
that.
So since I will be in Arkansas over the weekend, where, is my Sunday's my typical run day. Not going to get up and run on Sunday, but I am going to get up and run either Friday or Saturday through the campus of Arkansas.
Cool.
So there you go. Lots of hills.
You going to check in on some of the ladies. You going to go shirtless when you're running?
God, no. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants that.
When you're running, are you going to stop in front of every cute girl and be like, "Dude, do you know where the weight room is?" I would. Hey, you got any idea where the weight room is right now? Is it here? Is it here?
I feel so old walking around a college campus. So old.
Hey, man, age is but a number. That's what Johnny Sins taught me. Rhett says, I think I'll be okay. I just owe her a big Christmas gift. You know what you should get her, man? A pair of those really nice PlayStation 5 headphones. Hey, extra controller.
Put your name on it.
He just got her a bunch of PlayStation 5s, like a PlayStation 5 hoodie. Like he just got her some really nice PlayStation 5 clothes, a T-shirt.
How many presents, how many PS5 related items could she open?
Oh, coffee mug.
Before she just flips her shit.
Dude, that'd be so funny.
And the last gift, you get her something good for her. But totally load her up.
To get a second controller, but go get it painted. Go get it like customly painted with her name on like the touchpad in the middle. And be like, hey, baby. Let's pretend her name's Sheila. Sheila, it's for you. That's going to be so funny.
All right, guys, we got about a minute and a half. We're back at it.
Also, a big kudos to my mom for surviving hip surgery on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I've been calling, keeping in contact with my mom. They put, I don't know. So apparently they do like hip surgeries on a very non-invasive way now. They just like make a little small incision. They're able to like go in there and like cut stuff out and hammer in stuff without.
Is she getting like a new metal hip?
Yeah, like a new so apparently it's pretty uninvasive. She was up and walking and doing physical therapy like within 6 hours.
Good for her.
Yeah,
and it was a beast.
Yeah, so apparently hip surgeries are like nothing now, and it's weird because the doctor was like, yeah, he's like, I went in there and just cleaned it up. It was bad. And he goes, I just popped in some bone chips. And he goes, close y'all up, put the hip in there, you're good to go. And I was like, really? Is that how they do it? Yeah. So like to help like, with the loss of bone and everything, they'll just like cadaver bone chips, put them inside of you. And apparently those bone chips will like, when they heal, they'll just like, they'll essentially create like a new bone for you.
What's so it's a shim? It's like the pieces of board you get.
Yeah.
It's like you just cram some of that in.
Bone shimmied some stuff in my mom's hip there.
Nice, good for her.
Elaine says buy her a spa day package while she is doing that. You can play PS5.
Charles said I should hang the best of award around my neck while running. That will pick up the ladies.
Dude, you should. You should.
It's just a big 11 by 8 photo.
It's that or the fart gun. You have to choose one.
Fart gun. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning, Cotter and Marshall Show. I'm currently getting quizzed in the face. It is all about movie serial killers, over and under on their total kills across the entire span of all of their movies. And, pun intended, I'm killing it.
You are literally killing it. All right, Kotter. Yeah, you are 4 for 5 on the first half of Quiz in the Face. Let's continue on. I brought him up earlier on the stream. Let's go to the Hellraiser series. Pinhead. He has been in 10 films.
How is there 10?
There has been 10 films. There has been 2 good ones and 8 horrific ones.
Oh
I have seen most of them, Kotter. You're welcome that I've done the research for you here. But once again, Pinhead from the Hellraiser series, 10 films, the last one being in 2018, called Hellraiser Judgment. Is his total victim count above or below 278?
Now, is this Pinhead alone or all of his other Cinnabons?
No, this is Pinhead alone. They're straight up 1v1 movie serial killer victims.
278?
He is prolific.
Oh, my Lord.
I mean, if you've seen the films, he is prolific. He can kill you from a distance. He can kill you up close.
It's such an egregiously high number. I'm going to say above. I just think, yes, I think this man is a beast.
That, Kotter, is actually
wrong again.
Incorrect. I went egregiously high for no reason there. His actually total kill count over 10 films, it's only 59. I know. I'm kind of disappointed too.
All right, so if there is a new Hellraiser film series or film or whatever it is on Hulu, more kills.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be more active.
He needs to up his game.
Yeah, he needs to come out of retirement and really bring it. He needs to come back like MJ did. Come back, like three-peat. Give me a new trilogy of Hellraiser films. Yeah, and really start murdering the folks.
He's kind of like on the cusp of the Hall of Fame. He's not quite there yet.
Right.
He's really got to close the deal, though, if he wants to get that nod.
I absolutely agree. All right, Kotter, you're doing still pretty good.
Okay.
You're currently 4 for 6, so let's go ahead and continue. Let's go to an all-timer, and I think you actually like this serial killer quite a bit. Let's go to Leatherface.
Oh.
Yeah, so Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, 8 films. 8 films Leatherface has been in. The last one was 2017's Leatherface. Now, is his kill count above or below 12? Above or below 12 total victims.
Now, the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of those movies that, to this day, still gives you the creeps.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how good this movie is. 12, though. Oh, man, that is... I'm going to say... it's got to be higher. I'm going to say higher.
Kotter?
Okay.
That is correct.
But not by much. Leatherface, over 8 films, have only killed 34 people.
Really?
He's one of the laziest serial killers in the movies that we've ever seen.
I mean, he is a bigger guy. Probably doesn't have good cardio.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he runs quite a bit though.
He does. And he wheels that chainsaw all over the place. I don't know, man.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on. Number 8 of our 10 total. We're going to quiz Kotter on for Quiz in the Face. We're doing movie serial killers. Their kill counts above or below. Let's go on to Hannibal Lecter. He's been in 5 films. The last one, 2007's Hannibal Rising.
Right.
Is his kill count above or below 23?
See, oh man, I'm gonna say below. I just don't think it's less about the kill for him and more about the situation around the
Wrong
kill.
again. Wrong again.
Oh,
Wrong again.
Wrong again. Ooh, this one was close. I made these numbers kind of close,
Right.
but I mean, 5 films. He's actually killed 27 people.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, Kotter, you're kind of failing on the second half here, but there's still there's still 2 left. Let's see if you can make a little comeback.
Okay.
Here. Number 9, Ghostface from the Scream series. 4 films. I know they're doing another one, right? I think they've already filmed a new one, but it's not out yet. So Ghostface, the serial killer from the Scream films, 4 films. Last one coming in 2011 with Scream 4. Is his kill count above or below 82?
Oh wow. I mean, here's the unfortunate part about that film series. That first movie is so good.
It's great.
Is so good.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are garbage.
I don't think I've ever seen the rest of them.
Dude, this so bad. And that 4th one, they tried to bring in a new younger cast. It just didn't work. I'm going to say, man, he offed a lot of people. And I mean, there was 2 of them running around playing the character.
Yeah.
I'm going to say higher.
That Kotter
Wrong again.
Dang it.
is sadly incorrect. Total amount of victims, 49.
That's it?
49, yeah.
I'm disappointed.
All right, Kotter, last one, but let's see if you can get this one. Let's go out on a win. With this, you'd get 60%.
Right.
60% today. All right. Norman Bates from the Psycho movie series. 5 films. Not talking about that TV series with the Freddie Highmore kid, the dude from the Charlie and Chocolate Factory. It's weird. Norman Bates, 5 films. Last one being in 1998. Another reboot, just entitled Psycho. Is his kill count above or below 8?
I was going to say, he didn't kill a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say below.
Below 8?
Below 8.
Cotter, ending not great.
Wrong again.
Not great. 18 victims over 5 movies.
Okay.
He's by far the least prolific serial killer out of this entire list.
All right, coming up after 8 o'clock, we're going to talk about, we've got the Super Ticket Artist of the Day, then diving into our Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members, Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, that was a fun list. I didn't realize when I was kind of thinking of ideas yesterday, just that one. That was fun. But yeah, Jason Voorhees, total number of victims, 157. Michael Myers, 121. Jigsaw, 91. Freddy Krueger, 42. Leprechaun, 45. Pinhead, 59. Leatherface, 34. Hannibal Lecter, 27. Ghostface, 49. And Norman Bates, total victim count of 18. Let's see. Sandy says, more great medical news. We're putting positive vibes towards liquid here as well. My son's Mark's glucose levels started over 700 a few months ago, which sent him to the hospital. But now his glucose levels are averaging 80 to 100. That's amazing.
Nice.
And his doctor is elated and decreased his insulin for the 2nd time, which is amazing news. Kotter and Marshall on the Horde, I thank you for your thoughts and prayers. That's great news, Sandy. Super excited to see that Mark is coming back from the whole diabetes deal. Yeah.
No, that is awesome news. Thank you. Thank you for the updates. Good to hear.
Yeah, actually, and Tony makes a great point. She knows someone who has a spa. It's kind of next door. You should totally get Rhett. You should. Here's the thing: as a guy, and guys were dumb, and I'll go ahead and say this because I've made mistakes like this before. Rhett, don't just buy your wife a Perfect Touch massage gift card. Set up a day for her completely. Like come in. Like, get a couples massage with her and then let her have, like, a few other treatments. You go off. You do your own thing. You come back, pick her up. You take her out to dinner or lunch or whatever it is. Don't just, like, give her a gift card. Literally the worst gift in the world. Once again, set up a day for her when you know she has some time off.
All right, so speaking of horror movies then, like I said, kind of in the mood to get back into something. So, Marshall, being the aficionado when it comes to horror flicks, where do you think I should begin? Or
oh my gosh.
take your recommendations as well.
What series have you seen the new Halloween film?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Let me pop up.
I mean, I would say, I'm a bigger fan of the, what I would call the traditional, old school 80s, 90s type stuff. I've seen a majority of, I've seen all the Halloweens. The zombie stuff, I don't think I've seen all the zombie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all of most of Friday the 13th and that stuff like that. Trying to think. I love the Rob Zombie movies, at least House of a Thousand Corpses. Some of the Saw stuff is good. I will watch, it's like I watched the first Hostel.
Yep.
Some of the realistic kind of uber gory stuff I'm not necessarily into. It's like I've been tiptoeing around Midsummer. I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, is it going to be like...
Tim, the engineer, just walked by aggressively looking at Kotter with a drill in his hand. It's very aggressive. All right, so... All right, so here's my recommendations when it comes to horror films.
Okay.
Now, these are going to be a couple of one-offs because I'm
good at that.
I don't want you to... Here, you need a pen?
Yeah.
You're looking for a pen here.
Thank you.
All right, so I want you to watch The Babadook.
Okay.
Came out in 2014. Just so you know, it's currently 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Babadook. The Babadook is a great film.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. The Lighthouse. Have you seen The Lighthouse?
I have not.
Black and white film with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Definitely watch that. The Lighthouse is a great one. And Midsummer, you should watch Hereditary first.
Okay.
So Hereditary is another film that you should definitely watch. Watch that before Midsummer. They don't connect or anything.
Yeah.
But once you watch Hereditary, you'll be like, okay, I can now level up to Midsummer.
Okay.
Because Midsummer is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take on. And then, let's see. You've only got 1 week. How about one more? I'll give you one more. How about this? Let's go with, I love that movie. Let's go with this one. Let the Right One In. Let the Right One In came out in 2008. This is actually a foreign film, but they have an English dub of it.
Okay.
It is, I think, a French movie or something to the effect of that. But it's about vampires, and it's about how a child is a vampire, and it's actually really good. So start off with those 4 films, do your homework, get back to me, and then if you like those films, if you think I pushed you in the right direction, I'll give you some more.
Okay, sounds good. I like it.
Tony says, did you see Grindhouse? I think he did because he's mentioned the car before.
Yeah, no, I've seen Grindhouse. I'll see anything Tarantino does. Wife and I actually saw that in the movie theater when they were doing the double bill.
Yeah.
Both of them. So you sat there for like 4 hours. But really, really good.
Charles says, PS5, rub and tug, throw some natty lights in there. That's heaven.
All right, so going to get into some Aaron Jones, and then we'll dive into our Mount Rushmore.
Tim, the engineer, is doing some lights. Here, I got it.
We got about 2 minutes. So somebody locked the studio door to our other studio, and why would we have a key?
I'm pretty sure we had a master key that Nick or CB has. CB had.
As I say, I hope CB doesn't have it now because that dude's like in Atlanta.
Oh, Phil actually brought up another one, The Witch. It has Anna Joy Taylor, the chick that was in The Queen's Gambit last year on Netflix.
Yeah.
She was in that movie. That one, it's a slow burn, but it's really good.
Right.
Tony says, did you find the Reese's Bats this morning on your desk? Oh, you brought those. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did too. Thank you very much, then. I appreciate that.
Sean says, have you guys tried those fall edition Bud Light seltzers? No, we have a case of them.
We need to pick a day. You want to do it next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put them in your fridge. They've been sitting on your
fridge
counter
is
for a
full.
week.
That's the only reason.
Throw that shit out. There's stuff in there there's PBRs in there from when we did the Stone Cold thing.
That is true.
Like 4 months ago. Just throw those away. PBR has a shelf life of like 2 days. Charles says, Tim has a cordless drill. Y'all have a worker comp insurance. I think we do.
Yeah.
I think that's somewhere in there. All right. Coming up next, we're doing, it's Mount Rushmore time.
Yeah.
Going right into our Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members. Obviously, Norm Macdonald passed away earlier this week, so we thought, you know what? Let's do this in honor of Norm. So we're gonna do the Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members, not characters, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the best way to say it.
Yeah, characters would have been tougher for me than cast members.
Oh yeah. Sandy also says Hills Have Eyes. The original one? Because I think they did a remake of that too.
Yeah, I think they did. I've heard of that.
Probably just go with the original one.
That's Wes Craven? Did he do Hills Have Eyes?
I think so.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't have time.
I'll have to check that out, Rev. Thank you for sharing. There's a vampire show on Epix about Salem's Lot called Jerusalem's Lot. Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
All right, guys, here we go.
Be right back. How would you like to score a pair of tickets for 5 different shows coming to the area? Well, you can. It is the Rock 1061 Super Ticket. We have got some great shows you can score tickets for. It's POD, Candlebox, Fozzy. I also have Dirty Honey and Aaron Jones. So 5 great shows, a pair of tickets to each, all with the Super Ticket.
That's right. So the Super Ticket artist of the day today, Kotter, is Fozzy. Chris Jericho, the wrestling god, the demo god himself. He leads up that band. So anytime you hear Fozzy today, go ahead and text us the keyword SUPER, S-U-P-E-R, to 1-800-394-1061. The moment you do that, you'll be in the running to win the Super Ticket. We'll announce the winner tomorrow with Billy in the afternoon during the Badass Rock Show.
All right, get more details about the Super Ticket now on the website, rock1061.com. Marshall, it is time to dive into another Mount Rushmore today, putting together the Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members. So these are the actual actors, not individual characters. So the Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members.
All right, let's go ahead and flip the coin. See who's going to go first.
Heads.
It is tails.
I really wanted that number 1 pick.
I'm
not gonna lie.
I'm gonna go one, and I'm gonna go big time pandering because I want the sympathy vote from everyone. I'm gonna go Norm Macdonald.
Okay.
Yep, that's right. I'm gonna go Norm Macdonald. Rest in peace. Died at 61 this week. Saturday Night Live desk, the update desk, and that's pretty much what he's known for on Saturday Night Live. I don't think
Burt Reynolds.
Oh, Burt Reynolds. There literally is nothing else.
Yeah,
he didn't really. I don't feel like Norm Macdonald was probably the best team player when it came to Saturday Night Live. I'm guessing he did a great amount of writing. He did the news desk, and then he had 3 appearances as Burt Reynolds.
You know what? That's a good question because that character is so iconic and it's so referenced, so quoted. I wonder how many times he actually appeared as that character. I bet it was, seriously, probably only a handful of times, isn't it?
I think it was only 2 or 3 times completely. So, I will go big time pandering because, once again, I want your sympathy votes for who did the best during the Mount Rushmore today. So I'm going to go Norm Macdonald, rest in peace, my number 1 pick.
All right, number 1 for me is, the Alex Trebek to his Burt Reynolds. I'm going Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
I think Will Ferrell is the ultimate SNL cast member just because this guy committed hardcore to absolutely everything.
He was the biggest team player when it came to every bit because he gave everything into every character. Now, even there was a lot of bad ones, but there was a lot of great ones.
No, there's so many good ones, and he gave his all, but he also let other people shine around him as well. So it wasn't like he was just there sucking the energy out of the room like somebody like Chevy Chase may have done back in the day. Mm-hmm. Will Ferrell, Alex Trebek, Harry Carey, the cheerleaders, the cowbell sketch, the Christmas sketch where he's spinning around and just puking. He's singing "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year," and he's on this thing that's just going around and gets dizzy, ends up puking all over the place.
I actually don't remember that.
Dude,
one.
it is. I have to watch it every holiday season because it is. He's just singing, and then all of a sudden it's like vomit is just going everywhere. But Will Ferrell, easily number one on my Mount Rushmore.
All right. Well, I love that pick, but I'm going to have to go a little bit further back. I'm going to have to go Chris Farley as my number 2 pick. All time when it comes to his Saturday Night Live work as the cast members from El Nino to Matt Foley to Ronnie the Mechanic to the Lunch Lady. I mean, he really did it all. So, and also the security guard. And he was the dancer. What was it? Chippendales
Patrick.
Patrick my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Chris Farley, number 2 all-time cast member. For SNL cast members in this Mount Rushmore today.
He may be one of the greatest physical comedians of all time. For a dude that size to take a pratfall like he does and get up still blows my mind. And the Chippendale sketch with Patrick Swayze may be one of the best sketches in SNL history.
Yeah, no, it's an all-timer for sure. Also, to work with Chris Farley, it had to have been so much fun, but also so painful because, he, like you said, physical. Yeah. This guy would throw your... Poor David Spade probably still has like a crooked neck from working with Chris Farley.
All right, number 2 on my list. Could have been my number 1. I'm going Mike Myers. He hit the sweet...
He's got a bad reputation.
No, I know. I'm going purely based on what he did on Saturday Night Live, not that he just may be a horrible person and somebody nobody ever wants to work with. But he was right in there in my heyday, 1989 to 1995, right when I was in high school. Wayne's World, still to this day, one of my all-time favorite characters, one of my all-time favorite sketches. But Linda Richman, we basically was spoofing his mother-in-law at the time. Yep. He was just a great impressionist, did so many voices. Mike Myers, easily number 2 on my Mount Rushmore.
Well, there's so many great ones left. We have the second half of Mount Rushmore coming up here in just a bit.
Let us know your picks. You can chime in on the chat or give us a text, 800-394-1061. Here's Chevelle. It's Mars Simula. Rock 1061.
All right. Charles actually dropped in some of his favorites. Don't let them sway you, Kotter.
Oh, they won't. I got mine.
Eddie Murphy, Dennis Miller, Belushi, honorable mentions, Norm and Carvey. You want to take this call?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this person's been very persistent here. Rock 1061, who's this?
Hey, it's Travis in Savannah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, I just wanted to point out, I don't know if you guys realize this, but the killer in the first Friday the 13th movie was not Jason Voorhees, it was his mama.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah, I don't know if that was part of your kill count or not.
Oh, that's true. Did I get that one right, though?
Let's see.
I don't remember. We'll say
yeah, you got it right.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. How many people was she prolific in the first movie? It's been a minute.
I think she probably took down 6 or 7 in that first 7 or 8. Yeah,
did she?
I think it was like under 10. But yeah, no, I completely agree. No, I went off total numbers based on Wikipedia. So I guess Wikipedia, whatever they say. I didn't do the heavy, hard lifting research on Quiz in the Face today. But I'm going to go ahead and think that Wikipedia would probably get that right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I would hope, man. All right, guys.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate the call. Man. See ya.
Nerd. Either horror movie nerdness. Hey, did you know it was his mom, actually? Yes. Sean called a shot. He goes, Vic? He goes, oh, no, I thought it would be Vic calling in. Not this late. Vic's at work right now. We get a small window. Yeah, come on in. What's up, Tim the engineer?
So did I hear you guys talking about Norm Macdonald?
Yeah, we were talking about Norm Macdonald. So get on the mic. Tim the engineer's here, everyone.
We're putting together a Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the thing, though. I'm a little insulted by that because Norm Macdonald is by far the best SNL and the best comedian of all time.
Yeah, wow. Of all time?
Of all time.
I mean, okay.
I chose Norm Macdonald as number 1.
Marshall was pandering with that pick.
Oh,
you are pandering hardcore with that statement.
I love Norm Macdonald. No. I've been listening to Norm Macdonald for years. And he was one of the first cast members I saw as a kid on SNL. I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. He's hilarious.
No, he is funny. He's very funny.
He's so funny. I put him at number 1, Tim. So, I mean, you're really not talking to me. You're talking to Kotter right here.
Could I put him at number 1 as the all-time cast member of SNL? No, sorry, I can't. I can't. There's too many people who did too many other things.
That ain't fair.
He wasn't versatile enough to be number 1 on this list.
Number 1 news guy.
Oh yeah, we said that yesterday.
Yeah,
he's Norm Macdonald's the number 1 SNL news desk guy.
For the news desk guy.
News desk guy.
Yeah.
Who was the other ones? There was God, what was it?
I mean, I like Dennis Miller. I thought Dennis Miller was good at the
Dennis Miller's a dick.
Good.
No, he is, but I thought he was good at the news desk. I like.
There was that one greasy guy. God, what was his name?
I like Michael Che and Colin Jost now
Michael
together.
Che,
I think them together are great.
Dennis Miller was he's too smart for me. Like he just.
And who is the other one right before him? He's got his own show now too.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah, Seth Meyers.
Did David Spade host the news desk for a minute?
He did a bit on it where he did a bit on it, but I don't think he hosted. All right, guys, we'll be right back. We are putting together the Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members. Once again, not characters, but actual cast members. I went with Will Ferrell at number 1 and Mike Myers as my second choice.
But the great news is, for me at least, I scored the first pick today, so that means I'm going first on the second half. And this guy I grew up with, I got to choose him. He had characters like Cajun Man. He had characters like Canteen Boy. He had characters like Opera Man. He had characters like, well, it's just himself. I'm talking about Adam Sandler, guys. Adam Sandler coming in number 3 on my Mount Rushmore of all-time SNL cast members. I mean, he did music. He did the physical comedy. He was just straight up funny. He joined the news desk every once in a while. I love Adam Sandler. Coming in number 3. That's a quality number 3 pick in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't hate this pick at all. I mean, not saying all of his movies post SNL are great. They're not. But can you name a
first two?
Can you name a cast member that has been so prolific afterwards and had a run like this to where he has made uber amounts of money doing this? I mean, some cast members have had better movies, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to the amount and the career, and this guy's still killing it.
Right.
So
Adam Sandler, I mean, what did he sign? Like a six movie Netflix deal for $400 million?
Yeah.
And he just does movies with his friends. Like he just gets drunk and plays basketball for like 3 months out of the year, once a year to hang out with his friends. He gets paid $100 million a year. Best life ever.
All right, number 3 on my Mount Rushmore of Saturday Night Live cast members. So like 1980 was a major switch and change in the direction of SNL. That's when all of the original cast members were gone by 1980, and the show introduced a whole new set of people, and it was really a turning point. Is it going to continue? Is it not? And there was one man who literally strapped this show to his back and carried it through probably the worst period in the history of Saturday Night Live. So number 3 on my list, the one and only Eddie Murphy.
Ooh.
This guy carried the show during its darkest days. He was the light at the end of the tunnel. The only reason you turned into the show between 1980 and 1984, Mr. Robinson, Gumby, Velvet Jones, his James Brown impersonation. Eddie Murphy deserves a place on this Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy is one of those guys that right when I was just getting to the age where I could even stay up long enough to even watch SNL, Eddie Murphy was there. I love watching him on screen. What was it Buckwheat?
Buckwheat. Yeah, Buckwheat.
Yeah. I love the stuff that he did there. All right. So great number 3 pick there, Kotter. I'm going to wrap up my Mount Rushmore. You know, I initially wanted to just do Colin Jost because he married Scarlett Johansson in real life, which is honestly honorable enough.
Yeah.
If you somehow got on SNL and then worked your way into talking to Scarlett Johansson because she was hosting and then wound up making sweet, sweet love to her and marrying her, that should at least get you the number 4 pick on this Mount Rushmore. but I can't do it. I just can't do it, Kotter. I'm going to go with a guy who I love as an actor because past SNL, he has this amazing series on HBO Max, or excuse me, just HBO, called... I can't remember it. I just had it in my head. Anyway, I'm talking about Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Bill Hader. Barry is the HBO series. Barry. So Bill Hader, here's the thing. He has a ton of characters, but you probably don't know him by name. He's just essentially great at impressions, but Stefan is probably his best one. He's done impressions like Alan Alda, Anthony Scaramucci, a lot of political figures, but Bill Hader, his facial expressions are on almost on par with Jim Carrey to me, and somehow they slay me each and every time. I love his work. Let's go with Bill Hader, number 4 on my Mount Rushmore of SNL characters.
I love that pick. I mean, there are so many people in the mid-2000s when he was on the show, mid-2000s.
Yeah.
So there are so many cast members in that run that are so good. I mean, I think that was such a strong period for the show. He was one of the main reasons it was so strong during that. Excellent pick. This is where it gets tough. First 3 were easy for me. Because, I mean, you got people like Kristen Wiig, who was kind of in there with Bill Hader.
Yep.
She was amazing. Tina Fey, I mean, not only as the news desk, but she was a head writer during a great run of this. Phil Hartman.
Oh, yeah.
Dude who died tragically. And
his wife killed him, right?
Way too soon, yes. Crazy stuff. He's one of the all-time greatest. He may be the best impressionist on the show.
Right.
Ever. But I'm going to go Bill Murray. My number 4th pick.
Okay.
Now, not one of the original cast members. He was not in the first season. He joined, I want to say, in season 2. Chevy Chase was the main guy early on. He left really early in the run because he's like, hey, money, I'm going to go make movies. So they bring in Bill Murray, Nick the Lounge Singer, The Nerds, Olympia Restaurant, and then you just introduced us to the world of Bill Murray. I mean, without this, we wouldn't have Bill Murray stories to share. My life wouldn't be complete. I think Bill Murray's got to make the cut.
Sadly, I don't think I've ever seen any Bill Murray SNL sketch.
Are you serious?
He was before my time, man.
Go back when he's Nick the Lounge Singer and he's Star Wars. You got to watch it. Trust me, it is fantastic.
All right,
coming up next, Hefe 2, the new music band of Fish. He's going to select a new song for us. Stick around. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
I realized where obviously we did a terrible job of picking any SNL female cast members. So let's just I'm going to run down the list of female cast members who absolutely killed it. I've got a list right here. Hold on. Okay, my computer stopped. Okay. Amy Poehler. Tina Fey.
Yes. You can almost, they're almost connected. You can almost, but yes.
An old school one, Gilda Radner.
Oh, incredible.
Let's see. Who am I missing here? I know I'm missing a bunch of guys. Kristen Wiig.
Yep.
Maya Rudolph.
Great.
Years. Rachel Dratch, who I love.
So funny. So funny.
Kate McKinnon, who's, I think her run just ended, right?
I think so. She was, she won multiple Emmys for her acting on Saturday Night. I mean, nobody's done that. I mean, she's so good.
Kate McKinnon also, just a smoke show. She's a 10 out of 10 hottie to me. Molly Shannon, obviously, hilarious on the show. Jane Curtin, Cecily Strong, who I think just ended her run as well. She was fantastic.
She's good.
I don't know how you replace her. Anna Gasteyer, Sherry O'Terry. Sherry obviously worked a lot with Will Ferrell. Edie Bryant, who I think is still on the show.
Yep.
And then Vanessa Bayer.
Dude, she's
still
so
on the
funny.
I think she's still on the show as well. So still some great female SNL cast members that we didn't get to. No offense to them. I honestly thought the guys that we chose were better.
No, it's there's so many good people that you could pick. If you had to pick like a favorite sketch, do you got something that pops into mind?
Like an all-time SNL favorite sketch?
Do you have one that like
I would have to go. I would have to go back and look at everything. Something probably with Will Ferrell, maybe the cowbell sketch.
Yeah,
probably that. If I had to pick right off the top of my head right now.
There is. Have you seen the one? And much like the cowbell sketch, it's got what's his name? Not Ferrell, the actor
Christopher
Walken. The Colonel Lingus.
Oh yeah, I did watch that. Watch that. Wanda sent that to us.
Colonel Lingus. I remember seeing that when it like was live, and I'm watching it going, how did they get away with this one? Ending with Anal Angus. I mean, holy crap. It is such a good sketch. How they didn't break. If you've never seen the Colonel Angus sketch from Saturday Night Live, it is worth some time.
I got to get Hefe's camera set up.
Okay.
I apologize. Give me 1 second.
Ooh, also Sweaty Balls.
Oh, God,
the Sweaty Balls sketch.
Who was in that?
Alec Baldwin.
Anna Gasteyer, I believe, was in that.
Anna Gasteyer and Molly Shannon.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so good. Belushi, yeah. I mean, no, I would never argue against Belushi or Aykroyd. I mean, any of the original cast, man. I mean, they all could be the Mount Rushmore just because of what they did, and the show kind of had a completely different vibe back at the time. See, I can't go. I like Pete Davidson, but I can't. He's
still too new for me to even think about putting him on the Mount Rushmore of anything.
He's just one, and I mean, and he's funny, and he's got a place in the show. I'm not trying to say this. He's just kind of one-dimensional. Even when he's portraying somebody else, all I can still see is Pete Davidson, and it's just kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Though his one, I will say, his one sketch where he's just like, okay,
yeah, Chad,
yeah, that one, he's my kid. He's Keith. He's like, hey, you want to? Yeah, okay. That shit's funny, and that one cracks my wife up every time because it is so my kid.
Yeah. The Chad series is really funny. Him with Jennifer Lopez. I wound up like going down the rabbit hole and watching all of them at once. So. Really funny stuff. Sorry guys, we're just going back through some of your comments. Obviously, you dropped in a lot while we were there. Bobby Monahan as drunk uncle. Oh God, that's
good.
Kevin Nelson. Was
Nielsen?
Nealon. He was the guy that came before, I think, Norm Macdonald.
I think you're right. I went Miller, Nealon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like Kevin Nealon on the desk. I thought he was more of a deadpan delivery, but I liked it.
Mac is cooking early this morning. She goes, who cooks white chicken enchiladas with cheese sauce at 7:30 in the morning? Me. It's me. Okay. If you don't bring them in, I don't believe that you made them. How about that? And give us some. Mac, are you running the bridge on Sunday? I'll answer that for you, Greg. No, she's not.
Yeah. I'm in for next Sunday. Greg, Mac. Definitely in for next Sunday.
Lindsay says Jim Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Chris Farley, Will Ferrell make my Mount Rushmore with Pete Davidson and John Mulaney as honorable mentions. Was John was just a writer on the show, too?
He was a writer. He's hosted several times.
Was he actually a part of the cast?
I don't think so.
Obviously, it wasn't a point where I was watching.
Yeah, I know he was a writer, but I will say when he's come back and host, he's fantastic. I think he's a really funny comedian, and some like the Bodega sketch and some of the stuff that he's written when he's come back is really good.
Did you hear about like John Mulaney's last year and a half?
It's been a little rough.
So John Mulaney, I think it was coke, but
he loves the smell of it.
Loves the smell of it. So he went to rehab. He actually had an intervention done by Seth Meyers, who does the late night TV show.
That I didn't know.
So Seth Meyers headed up his intervention, and we know this because Seth Meyers had John Mulaney on a show, and he talked about it. So John Mulaney, he went into rehab, left his wife during that period, got a divorce, came out of rehab, started working lightly again, started dating Olivia Munn, Aaron Rodgers' former girlfriend, actress who played Psylocke in that X-Men film, which I think is her claim to fame.
Okay.
Got her pregnant, and he's doing comedy specials again. So John Mulaney, over the last year and a half, went from divorce, rehab, to somehow getting Olivia Munn pregnant, which honestly started rough, but ended well for him. Olivia Munn is an absolute smoke show. So congratulations, John Mulaney. Plus, he does a bunch of voice work and writes for that animated show on Netflix that I watch, Big Mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of cast members that could easily make this. Can make the Mount Rushmore, and I mean, really without an argument. Just personal preference. All right, got about a minute 45. Hefe 2, the new music Beta Fish. Selecting from Papa Roach and a band called Turnstile.
Quick story that I have right here in front of me, Kotter. Netflix has announced that Game of Thrones alum, Gwendolyn Christie, she played Bree of Tarth. She was the very tall blonde lady who was in love with Jaime Lannister, if you guys watched the Game of Thrones movie or series. She has officially signed on for one of the leading roles in Tim Burton's upcoming live-action Addams Family series entitled Wednesday. She'll portray the role of Larissa Weems, the principal of Nevermore Academy, who still has an axe to grind with her former classmate, Morticia Adams. Morticia Adams, sorry. Who will be played by Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Dude.
That's great cast.
That is great. Now, you could have had her, you wanted to do a spin on Lurch. She could have been a spin on the Lurch character. I mean, honestly.
But yeah, so this is Tim Burton's doing this.
I like this.
It's 8-episode series, coming of age comedy that will that Tim Burton I think is producing, not directing.
Yeah, Tim Burton. It's such a weird career for Tim Burton because I would say 90% of his movies are not original ideas.
No,
he's made his career on remakes. And it's like he even...
Oh, he is directing it. Sorry.
Okay. And he even remade one of his own things. I mean, he's that out of control when it comes to remakes. I mean, it's just like, I'm going to remake my own stuff now. I don't know. It's a weird career, but fantastic stuff. All right, we'll be right back. It is time for Hefe 2, the new music beta fish, to select a new song for us. Got some great choices today. Got some new stuff from Papa Roach. Jacoby Shattuck said they got a new album that is done. It's ready, but there is no word on a release date or title. I have heard in another interview as well that he said they didn't plan on releasing anything or touring really until 2022.
Right.
So it could be a minute, but that new song is called Kill the Noise. I mean, it's Papa Roach, but I really like this last few albums, this kind of run of Papa Roach. So I like this song, man.
It seems like this new album's going to have more of a like hip hop, like heavy influence to it from the few songs they have released already from it. So I'm interested to hearing the whole breadth of the new album.
Other choice is a band called Turnstile. Their song Blackout. Now this is a band out of Maryland. They got a brand new album, Glow On, released on August 27th. Now you may remember this band because several weeks ago we talked about an incident in a mosh pit at a show where a fan took number 2 in the mosh pit. Poop got everywhere.
Right.
This was that band. So they're capitalizing a little bit on this poop incident.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it just takes a little poop to really escalate things. So let's hear them.
All right, Turnstile and Blackout.
Yeah, I kind of love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good sounding song.
All right, so Hefe, you got some work to do. You work once a week. You're a beta fish. We love you. We kind of accidentally killed the first Hefe, the new music beta fish. So this is Hefe, the new music beta fish, number 2. So on the left-hand side, we are going to have Papa Roach. On the right-hand side, we're going to have Turnstile. So Hefe, get to work, buddy. Get to work. We've given him the signal. Hefe, looking straight on. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's a fish. He's maybe hungry. He's going back and forth, left, right, left, right, left, right, still kind of in the middle, drifting ever so slightly to the right, ever so slightly, and there you go. He has chosen Turnstile today.
All right, this is brand new stuff for the band Turnstile. Their album Glow On sale now. This is called Blackout. Thank you, Hefe 2, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
As he drifts slightly to the left now. He really couldn't make up his mind. He just kept going back and forth, left and right, left and right.
He was just going with the tides.
It was the tides inside the 3-gallon tank he lives in with a SpongeBob pineapple under the sea thing that the snails have essentially ripped off all the paint. Yeah. Cool. The snails are still alive from that too. So
that's good.
All right, guys. What an interesting show today has been. Started off horrifically.
Emotional roller coaster.
Very
today,
slow,
guys.
very slow, and then it kind of picked up as soon as we got into our call-in today. So thanks for hanging around with us here on the Kotter and Marshall Show. Just a quick heads up, we will not be on the live stream tomorrow. A little day off for us, personal day. We plan on doing a little John Mulaney, get into some cocaine, and then we're going to go see our families. Well, actually, Kotter is. I'm going to go then do a bunch more cocaine at Universal. Which I think is when you drive over the line from Georgia to Florida, they stop you It's like that truck stop thing. You pull in and they give you a brick of cocaine. And
seems about right.
That's how things turn out in Florida. Charles says, Hefe looks as confused as Tim Janier trying to work that cordless drill. True. Wanda says, all right, everyone, have a great day. Probably a top fave show today. All right, there you go. Cotter, mark it, and get all of our best of stuff from this show. Just this one show. Just play this show. We're just going to play
this one every time we're on a day off. We'll get really old once we're out for a week at a time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Coming up next, we're going to play some trivia. Going to hook you up. I'm going to do the double dose of 311 and Coheed and Cambria. So Liquid, a.k.a. Shane, he played us yesterday. He lost to you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he called me yesterday, and he's like, hey, when are those shows? I'm like, they're next week in Jacksonville. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can't do that.
No.
I was like, all right. So what we'll do is we'll give those away today. And then how about this? A Horde exclusive. First member of the Horde to direct message the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page right now, who can both go to Coheed and Cambria and 311, both in Jacksonville next week. Message us on Facebook. The shows are Friday and Wednesday of next week, I think.
Okay.
311, Coheed and Cambria. We'll hook you with both pairs of tickets. Direct message Cotter and Marshall Facebook page with your email address, and we'll hook you up with both pairs.
All right, first person in wins. We'll be right back, guys. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. I don't know what's going on.
Nope, you don't.
Savannah Bar Crawl. We got tickets for Coheed and Cambria. We doing the double?
Yeah, we're doing the double today. Let's go.
Coheed and Cambria and 311.
Yeah, both of those bands are playing next week in Jacksonville. Actually at Daly's Place, which is right next door to where the Jacksonville Jaguars play. So you'll be going to Jacksonville on Wednesday to see 311, and then you'll go to Jacksonville once again on Friday to see Coheed and Cambria and The Used.
This isn't bad at all. You want those tickets? Call us, 800-394-1061. It doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. The tickets are yours. But you want those bragging rights. It's been a while since one of us has lost, so maybe you can bring us down today. Give us a call. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? 800-394-1061. Good luck.
Greg says, will Marshall drive me? No, but I'll allow Mac to run with you down to Jacksonville. Sorry, I have a job, can't go. Charles, you own your own business. Take the day off. It's kind of the best part about being your own boss, man. Have a good day, Sandy. It is extra warm in here.
Yeah, you can open that door back up. All right, guys. Got the big guy coming up after 9 o'clock. Going to break down a couple games. Going to talk Steve-O and Jackass. Was recently on one of the Hot Ones spinoff shows, and we was talking about some stunts too graphic for TV. So we'll get to those.
Yeah, but tell it on the stream.
You guys got time?
Yeah.
How much time do you got?
Why?
All right.
Hold on. I got to set this camera up. We had Hefe on just a moment ago.
All right.
I said no. I said hold on.
No. So we're gonna tell a Norm Macdonald joke. Okay, because it in remembrance of Norm Macdonald. All right. So a frog walks in to a bank, and he says, "I need a loan." A woman walks up to him and says, "I can help you with that. What's your name?" what's your name, son? And he says, the name's Jagger. Kermit Jagger. You see, my father, Mick Jagger, fucked a frog back in 76. Now that's me. He's like, all right, come on, sit down. The name's Mrs. Whack. What would you like to get a loan for? He says, I'd like to get a lily pad. To get a home. And she says, all right, we could help you with that. What do you got for collateral? So he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a porcelain elephant, hands it to Patty there. He says, this is my collateral. And she looks at it, looks at the frog, looks at it again, and says, all right, I'm going to have to talk to my manager. I'll be right back. So she goes to his manager, her manager, and she hands the porcelain frog to her manager, and he looks at it. Elephant, right. And she says, I don't know what to make of this. I got Kermit Jagger out here. Mm-hmm. He wants to get a home loan. So manager looks at the elephant, looks over at the frog, looks at Whack. He says, well, this is a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give that frog a loan. He's the son of a Rolling Stone.
Wow. Ain't that something? That's
a Norm Macdonald joke right there.
So it combines, your love of Norm Macdonald and your love of dad jokes. It's all just kind of sums right in. Same thing.
Incredible work, Tim. We don't get to say that a whole lot, but just incredible work. But with all due respect, get out of our studio.
You're welcome.
Thank you, I guess. Wow, something happened right there. I'm not for sure. My wife, big fan of that. Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Give that frog alone.
Give that frog alone. He's a son of a Rolling Stone. There you go. All right, Kotter, what are we doing here? It seemed like we didn't have any luck.
Nope.
Although with awesome tickets that we were giving away there.
I know. We'll just take each other on. We're running late anyway, so trying to push things back would just be a big pain in the ass. So move some stuff around. I'll come out of it and play that song. Oh, come on. Crap. Put those there. So, yeah, we'll play Mammoth WVH, and then we'll just take each other on. Real simple for a Thursday.
Max says, someone give Tim Janier a pat on the back? No, at that point, he was pretty much in the negative for the day. A lot of bad things happened today, so he gets 0 pats on the back.
So the Toy Hall of Fame has announced their finalists for the 2021 class. So the Toy Hall of Fame's weird because they'll include like name brand stuff, and then it'll just be like the ball, and just throw in the generic stuff. So it's a hodgepodge of name brand things and then just random, like old school toys. So the finalists include American Girl dolls, Battleship, billiards, Cabbage Patch Kids. How they're not in the Hall of Fame of toys already is kind of weird to me.
Okay.
The Fisher-Price Corn Popper. That's that push toy that would pop.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what that is, yeah.
Mahjong.
That's a board game, isn't it?
Yeah, like the tile game. Masters of the Universe toys.
Like all of them?
Yep, just the toy series.
Wow.
The Piñata. Like I said, they'll just, random things like that. Risk. The Settlers of Catan. Toy Fire Truck. And my personal favorite on this list. Sand.
Just sand?
Sand. Sandbox, the beach, you play with stuff. So the Toy Hall of Fame, it's weird when it comes to that stuff. And you can vote right now on the things at toyhalloffame.com.
So I thought that sounded like almost an introductory class of Hall of Fame toys right there.
I know. It's weird.
Guess how long it's been going on?
How long?
The National Toy Hall of Fame was established in 1998. So we're like 23 years into it, and we're just getting to sand?
Right? No, some of this stuff is weird. So it's like, if you look at it, I got here's the inducted toys. Alphabet Blocks weren't inducted until 2003. Barbie, early on, 1998. When did you say the first year was?
1998.
Okay, so Barbie, year one nominee. I get that. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So year one nominee. Can I search by here? Toys by year. Okay, so let's see. Year one inductees: Barbie, Crayola crayons, Erector set,
Erector,
Etch-a-Sketch, Frisbee, Lego, Marbles, Monopoly, Play-Doh, Teddy Bear, and Tinker Toys. I'd say that's a pretty solid class.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there's some classes where they just inducted 2 or 3 things, so they kind of slowed down, which is why we're just now probably getting to sand.
What was 2007's?
2007, Atari 2600.
Cool, I like that.
The Kite.
Sure.
And Raggedy Andy.
What?
Not Raggedy Ann, Raggedy Andy.
Okay, so if the Atari's in there, is there like a Nintendo, like NES or Super Nintendo? Because like those are like all-time toys for me then.
You would think so, but not. It doesn't look like they're in yet. Though Magic the Gathering inducted in 2019. It's a weird. Matchbox Cars didn't get inducted until 2019. It's weird. This is weird.
All right, we got 15 seconds, guys. Here we go.
Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Marshall and I are going to take each other on today. So are you ready, Marshall? 7 questions, 60 seconds.
Let's go.
Time's going to start as soon as I finish question number 1. Here we go. Avery Brooks starred as Captain Benjamin Sisko on what Star Trek TV series? Was it Deep Space Nine or Voyager?
Ooh, I watched one of these. Let's go with Deep Space Nine.
That is correct.
Ooh.
Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are 3 flavors arranged side by side in what type of ice cream?
Neapolitan.
That is correct. What is it called when salt water mixes with fresh water?
Gross. Murky water. I don't know.
Incorrect. What actress made her movie debut as nightclub singer Tina Carlisle in the 1994 film The Mask?
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Correct. What team scored the most points in Week 1 of the NFL with 41? The Eagles or 49ers?
49ers.
That is correct. In a traditional Juicy Lucy burger, what can be found inside the sandwich's meaty patty?
Juicy Lucy.
We just talked about it the other day on the stream.
Oh, I don't remember that. Pineapple?
Incorrect.
No.
Snoop Dogg teamed up with what legendary country singer on the 2012 song "Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die"?
Willie Nelson.
That is correct. All right, 5 out of 7.
Not too shabby. All right, well, let's go ahead and turn this around and quiz you for trivia, which is, are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by friends over at the Savannah Bar Crawl. Kotter, are you ready?
Let's bring it on.
All right, question number 1. What is a traditional karate uniform called?
A gi.
That is correct. Someone's been watching Cobra Kai. Question number 2. All members of the Jackson 5 were born in which city?
Gary, Indiana.
That is correct. Question number 3. What baseball great was nicknamed the Iron Man?
Oh, Cal Ripken Jr.?
That is correct. Question number 4. Which main character dies in the 2014 movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Oh. Pass.
Question number 5. What are the Blues Brothers' first names?
Jake and Elwood.
That is correct. Question number 6. What is a group of lions called?
A pride.
That is also correct. Question number 7. Which U.S. state's name is derived from the Spanish words for snow-covered?
Snow-covered? Oh, I have state?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Montana.
That is incorrect. Back to the question you passed. Which main character dies for the third?
Uncle Ben. I don't know.
Incorrect. Kotter, you got 5 as well today.
We tied.
Yeah, so let's go over correct answers for both games. Kotter, you want to go first?
Avery Brooks starred as the captain on Deep Space Nine. Neapolitan is vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Saltwater and freshwater is brackish water.
Oh, yeah, of course. The classic brackish.
Brackish water. Tina Carlisle was played by Cameron Diaz in The Mask. The 49ers beat the Lions 41-33, week 1 of the NFL
Great
season. Juicy Lucy Burger, inside the meat patty, cheese.
Of course.
Cheese. And finally, yes, Snoop Dogg teamed up with Willie Nelson on Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die.
Let's go ahead and go over the correct answers for my game to you. What is a traditional karate uniform called? That's a gi. Question number 2, all members of the Jackson 5 were born in which city? Gary, Indiana. Question number 3, what baseball great was nicknamed the Iron Man? That's Cal Ripken Jr. Question 4, which main character dies in the 2014 movie The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Gwen Stacy dies right there at the end. Yeah. Question number 5, what are the Blues Brothers' first names? Jake and Elwood. Question 6, what's a group of lions called? A pride. And question 7, what state's name is derived from the Spanish words for snow-covered? Nevada.
Yeah, would never got that.
Nope, me neither.
Not even close. All right, we're back at it on Monday with Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout, brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Coming up next, going to be joined by the big guy. Going to break down 3 games in the NFL Week 2 schedule. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Gibby, good morning. Thanks for joining us here. He says, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. So don't do the twist. Oh, okay. Talking about Harry Potter, I guess. There you go.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to put on the delay. Can't trust the big guy. All right, there we go.
I don't think I've ever heard the big guy cuss before. Maybe once.
If he did on the air, for like the first time in his career, it'd be with us.
True. All right, yeah, the big guy is going to come on. He's going to talk 3 games with us. Going to talk about the Raiders playing the Steelers. Man, the Raiders' big-time Monday Night Football win versus the Steelers who, completely shit-pumped the Buffalo Bills this past Sunday. I really thought the Bills were going to spank them. Steelers defense turns out is really good. That's going to be a great game to talk about. We'll also talk about the Falcons and the Buccaneers. I just don't see how the big guy chooses the Falcons. He always chooses the Falcons to win. But I don't see how he does it this time.
He'll pick the Bucs. He's got. I don't know. Okay.
He's done that before, though.
He's going to do like the Lord of the Rings thing where it could have ended like 5 different times. Mm-hmm. He's going to go, I'm picking the Bucs. All right, I'm going to the Bucs. And then he's going to come back, I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going with the Bucs. He's going to go back and forth and be like, man, we could have ended this bet like 5 hours ago, big guy. Come on.
All right, and then one more game. We'll have him break down the Cowboys at Chargers game. The Cowboys are a good football team, I think. They just took on the Buccaneers and lost within the last few minutes because, Tom Brady. So the Cowboys, I think, are a good football team this year, and the Chargers are also a good football team. So I think that's going to be a great game that's coming up later in the day as well at 4:25. So some great NFL action going down this Sunday. And also the Bears are playing the Bengals. That's going to be the reason why my weekend sucks. So awesome. Elaine says, Mac, the donut shop in Bloomingdale mentioned they have apple cider donuts, and Mac is on a big-time apple crisp cider roll with going to Starbucks and getting that new macchiato drink. So maybe that's the combo she needs to make her like that drink. Maybe that's it, Mac.
So if you're looking for stuff to do this weekend, several things going on. Coach's Corner has got their halfway to St. Patrick's Day party.
That is this weekend.
Yes. So they've got some Irish music, an Irish rock band, I want to say out of the Atlanta area, going to be in the Soundgarden. They're going to have some Irish drink specials. They've got money. The Muckers is the name of the band. So that's the name of the band is going to be in the Soundgarden this weekend. So it's been a minute since we were able to kind of celebrate St. Patrick's Day thanks to COVID. So we're going to do a halfway to St. Patrick's Day festivity. And it is a fundraising event. It's going to the Savannah Irish Festival. So that is going on this weekend out at Coach's. So if you want to check it out, you can do so. I believe it's tomorrow. I want to say it's tomorrow night. And then also at Coastal Empire Beer Company on Sunday, Coastal Empire Wrestling is back. They've got their 1 anniversary show. Dude, a year ago, this month is when I lost my beard, the Voodoo Jack.
So someone literally brought that up to me at a bar I was at this past weekend.
It's funny. So, yeah, that was over yonder. So the wife and I go. We're sitting down. The guys behind the bar are like, "You on the radio?" I'm like, Yeah. They're like, "You got your beard shaved at that wrestling thing, didn't you?" I'm like, "That's kind of good." That's the first time anybody's recognized me because of wrestling. So, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
So.
It's so funny. I actually wound up walking into that bar apparently like an hour after you left, and he's like, "The dude, I don't know his name. The dude you shaved his beard off. That guy. He was just here." I'm like, "Oh, no kidding." So Sean just put a comment here, and I've got a couple questions in regards to it. So he said, speaking of apple cider donuts, I'm going to the apple orchards the next couple of weekends. He goes, get fresh apple cider donuts and some delicious Thor's hard cider. First and foremost, I don't think I've ever had an apple cider donut. Is it good?
They're good.
Am I missing out?
No, I mean, apple cider I could take or give, but apple cider donuts usually pretty good.
What's Thor's hard cider? Explain that to me, Sean. I'm just curious. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, which is pretty much everything that I ask people to explain to me. And once again, there we go. Uh-oh. I should probably do that eventually. I got to drop a vehicle off. Yeah, explain what the Thor's hard cider is. I want to know exactly what I'm getting into there. And more importantly, I may drive to Minnesota to get it if it's really good.
All right, so we got a couple tunes, Jet, and then Chili Peppers. I'll call the big guy toward the end of Jet.
So I got some news on Ozzy Osbourne over here. So Ozzy Osbourne, according to his succubus wife, Sharon Osbourne, will be undergoing a surgery on his spine and neck. So remember, like it was like a year and a half ago, he like fell because he was all drugged out on something. And he apparently displaced some metal rods in his body. So now he has to go in and get them readjusted and like move back into place. And yeah, he's going to have a corrective surgery, major surgery on his neck and spine. They have not announced if they would cancel the shows that he's supposed to be performing in. I think they start in March of next year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess he's like 6 months out, but good God.
What are the chances Ozzy ever actually tours again?
I don't know, man. It's looking slimmer and slimmer. So according to this, along with Ozzy's neck and spine issues brought on by an unexpected tumble, the heavy metal icon has suffered through the onset of Parkinson's, multiple staph infections, pneumonia, the flu, a burst blood vessel in his eye. Obviously, he's been working, and he's actually been recording quite a bit of new music with his producer, Andrew Watt and Louis Bell. Apparently, he's already 15 tracks into a new album that he plans on releasing probably sometime next year. So it seems like, I mean, not to sound like the ultimate downer here, guys, but I feel like we're on the back end of Ozzy's life here. Kind of like where David Bowie got really bad cancer.
Yeah.
And David Bowie essentially went into the studio. And apparently David Bowie recorded like 10 albums worth of stuff.
Right.
And they released one, and then he passed away within 6 months of its release, Black Star. And apparently they are going to just randomly release Bowie stuff like once a decade for the next century.
I love this.
So I wonder if we're kind of getting that treatment from Ozzy where he's like, I just need to go record as much new music as I can so my legacy can go on forever. But that's kind of the way I don't know. This is the feel I'm getting from it. I want to be wrong, but it doesn't seem great.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the news with the surgery is not good. But it's like, he planned on doing that farewell tour, pre-pandemic. Pandemic hits, pushes it off. Now this is going on. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not saying he won't do a show, one-off here and there, but does he actually get on the road and tour?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's That's just not great news. I don't love it. Guys, I don't love it. You know what I love? Apple cider donuts. Never had them. I love them way more than I love that Aussie news.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
How far away are we from Big Guy joining us?
We got like 5 minutes. I'm going to call here. Screw it. We'll call now, just to be a safe side.
All right, calling up the Big Guy to get him on for the Big Guy breakdown. Breaking down 3 NFL games for the weekend, just in case, you want to put some money on some stuff.
Hello.
Big Guy, what's going on, man?
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. When are you going to be in Arkansas again? When do you guys go?
We'll leave tomorrow. Probably around 2. I think we'll fly out.
Okay.
So.
You're flying with the team, aren't you?
Yeah, I fly with the team. Yep.
How cool is that?
It's fun. I mean, it's police escort. A lot of times the radio team, we have we get rental car. We're separate from it, but a lot of times we also ride with the team, on buses and the police escorts, and it's cool. I mean, it's you get to see things and be part of the whole experience, and it's cool.
Do you get do they give you hotel stay as well, like the team, because you're part of the media for the team?
Yeah. When I go, I mean, it's pretty sweet. I mean, basically it's a freelance gig for Learfield Sports, because they're the kind of, they oversee the sports properties there. So that's who does it. So I don't actually work for Georgia Southern. I work for Learfield. And so part of it is, we get airfare and we get a hotel and then we get a per diem. So
nice.
That's all. How much is your per diem?
Yeah, it's only like $30 a day. So
they don't respect you.
Well, luckily, I know several very rich boosters who make every trip, so I don't ever have a tab or anything. So
nice.
It's good.
Oh wow, man, you were living the life, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to wear pants at work. You just have to wear the suit coat like we covered last week. You get free flights around the country, and that's incredible.
Oh, it is good being the big guy at times.
So, quick question: when it comes to having to go to Arkansas, is Arkansas does that state just suck? I can't think of any reason ever to go there outside of this football game.
Yeah. The only reason I've been to Arkansas, I've been to Arkansas twice, and it's both been for football games, and that's the only reason why I would go. I mean, I'm not super excited about it. Plus, now Arkansas is good. Yeah. All of a sudden now, so it's this is going to be about, let's go tomorrow night, have try to find some really cool food and have a drink or two and play a football game and come on home.
So is there you've been there a couple times, you said, is there a great barbecue spot that you know of, or is there a great food spot that Kotter should go try before you get there?
Yeah, there is one barbecue spot. They told me about it. I'll have to look it up. I'll find it. I don't know it off the top of my head. I haven't been to Fayetteville. I've been over to another part over there near Memphis and stuff. So I haven't been to Fayetteville. This is my first time there. So we'll see.
So walking through Fayetteville when we dropped Mckinnon off of school, Fayetteville itself is really cool. I mean, they've got a lot going on. I mean, they've got your traditional, college town bars type setup, but they've got some really cool restaurants. So it should be a lot of fun to check out. The problem is, not only is it game weekend, it's family weekend. So Fayetteville is just going to be badass crazy all weekend long with a stupid amount of people.
No, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just ruined Big Guy's trip right there. Way to go, Kotter.
You're welcome. Yeah, I get in tonight.
Can't wait.
I fly in tonight at I land at 9:30, but the airport is not in Fayetteville. It's like a 30-minute drive from the airport to Fayetteville. So I won't get in.
Yeah.
I won't get into Fayetteville until after 10 sometime tonight, 10:30 or so.
Okay. Just give my, if you guys are around, give my, whatever you guys are. Like I said, we get there Friday, and then we go out and have drinks and meander around and stuff on Friday night. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is yet. So if we've got some time, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're about a little less than 90 seconds before we head on to the air. Gibby, have a great rest of your day. We'll get the big guy on here. Big guy, do you know the games we're talking about today?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got the rundown. I think what we're doing, we're doing the Cowboys, we're doing the Falcons, we're doing the Raiders and Steelers.
Yep. Perfect.
Got them. We can do it.
Do you have any kind words you want to say about Norm Macdonald before we go on the air?
Oh, dude was a rock star, man. He was awesome. I mean, I've actually spent the past 2 days just watching stuff, and it's amazing. That guy, he was so funny, and his delivery and his timing. He was the dude, man.
He was.
That guy was awesome.
All right, guy. I'm going to put you on hold, Frank. Next time you hear us or talk to us, we'll be on the air.
Sounds good.
All right. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. We are heading into week number 2 of the NFL season. That means got to be joined by the big guy, Frank Sulkowski from WJCL 22. Frank, good morning. How you doing?
Doing well, gentlemen. Appreciate you having me. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, big guy. So we obviously have a huge week 2 of football to get to. Obviously kicks off tonight with the Giants and the Washington football team, but we're not going to talk about that game. You know, there's no Ryan Fitzpatrick. There's no sexiness. There's no Fitz magic to it. Big guy, let's talk about Sunday's games. Let's dive right into it. The Raiders off a massive Monday Night Football win over the Ravens, taking on the Steelers, who decimated the Buffalo Bills. I was stunned how great the defense of Pittsburgh was. Who do you think is going to take the win home between the Raiders and Steelers this coming Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I had Buffalo beating Pittsburgh week 1 and kind of dropped the ball on that one. I will say this. Watch that Raiders game, of course, that Monday Night Football, waiting to do the news. So I actually didn't mind going on so late Monday night because it was such an entertaining game.
Oh, yeah.
I really like what I see out of the Raiders. I think their passing attack is strong. I think their defense is playing really well. Although, now you come off of a short week and you have to take on a red-hot Steelers team. You have to come across country. So I don't think, Raiders last week had the home field and feeling it first game with fans, due to the pandemic. And, it was a feel-good game. It was a great story. It was a dramatic win. And now there is going to be a letdown when they take on the Steelers. So give me Pittsburgh at home.
Oh. All right, game number 2 we want to look at. We're going to go there, big guy. 4 o'clock, you've got the Falcons at Tampa Bay taking on the Bucs. How's this game shaping up? How bad's it going to be for the Falcons?
It ain't going to be good. There was a photo floating around on social media from the Falcons season opener.
Oh, we saw it.
Matt Ryan just laying face down. That's kind of how I already feel as a Falcons fan. And so we're 1 week in.
Yeah.
So if I feel that way, I can only imagine what Matt Ryan feels. Just years and years of just being annihilated because of your offensive line not playing. We saw the Bucs, a big win to open the season, but a little bit closer than maybe we thought against the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
But Tampa still plays well. I think defensively, they've had a couple injuries and they're trying to get adjusted. Listen. Again. The Falcons are just a hot mess. I mean, they're playing so badly. No, give me the Bucs.
Wow.
I can't go with the Falcons. I can be a homer all I want, but even homers feel pain, and
this is
I'm gonna be feeling it again.
Yeah, this is. I think this is a record, big guy. We've been doing the big guy breakdown for years now, with you coming on and breaking down some games for us. You haven't called a Falcons loss this early in the season, I don't think, ever before. So this is revolutionary. What's happening right now? This is breaking news to everyone listening to Rock 106.1.
Well, we may want to get used to it because it could be a long season.
All right, big guy, there's one more game we want you to break down. Obviously, a great Sunday night football game with the Chiefs and Ravens. But let's skip over that one because I think the Chiefs at this point, they're invincible. Like, no one can beat Patrick Mahomes. Let's actually bring up a game that I think has a lot of intrigue to it. Going to be played at 4:25. How about the Cowboys, who almost beat the Buccaneers, taking on the Los Angeles Chargers? I think this is going to be possibly the game of the week.
This is really a good matchup, and I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw of the Cowboys in Week 1. Even though they lost to the defending Super Bowl champs, they played well, against Tampa. Dak Prescott coming back, and the thing that, what he was able to do in Week 1 and looked really comfortable doing things. This is a chance for them to bounce back, and I really do. I mean, from what I saw in Week 1, they didn't lay an egg out the gate. The Cowboys could very well be in contention in the NFC to make a lot of noise this year. So I'm going with Dallas. I think, there were a lot of positives coming off of that Week 1 loss. I think they bounce back. They right a couple things, and I think they win this game, in Week 2. So I was very impressed with what I saw from Dallas in Week 1.
All right, big guy, thanks as always for breaking down another weekend in the NFL. Enjoy your trip to Arkansas, and we'll talk next Thursday and take a look at Week 3.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
All right, here's some Foo Fighters. It's Making a Fire, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Oh, all right, big guy.
Sounds good, gents. Well, I appreciate it. Safe travels. Everybody have a good day.
All right. Thanks, big guy.
Thanks, Frank. See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. Big thanks to the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, for coming on the show once again today. You can catch the big guy on WJCL. He does the 5 o'clock news. I don't know. He does all the news. He's on there all the time. You turn on the news on WJCL, he is constantly on your television. He's a very large man. He's very handsome on certain days. Just saying, you need to definitely check him out and show the people that show us love the love. All right, we got a couple more things to get to before the show's over with today. Next up, we have some Jackass news. Obviously, you already know that Jackass Forever, the newest film, has been pushed to February. But Steve-O and Wee Man were actually on it was like the Hot Ones game show. And Steve-O talked about some stunts that, they couldn't even air. And it's pretty interesting stuff. We have audio for that. Then we'll get into some Marshall's music news.
All right. Is there anybody else here today?
Stacy's here, Tim's here, and I don't know if our bosses are here.
Mike's here.
Oh, is Mike here?
Yep. I don't know if Aaron is or not.
I don't see the light on to his office, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. We got about 2.5 minutes.
So Thursday Night Football is on tonight, Kotter, starting a little after 8 o'clock. The Giants taking on the Washington football team. So this is the great quarterback matchup, and tell me how much you recognize these names, between Daniel Jones of the Giants versus Taylor Heineke of the Washington football team. Just two all-time great quarterbacks.
Daniel Jones and I mean, we went on that beer run years ago, ended up in Vegas.
Wow.
Believe there was a hooker involved.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. And I think last I saw him, we're in the middle of the desert. He was burying the dead body.
Right.
And I just haven't seen him again. It's good to hear
he's done well for himself.
He's done okay.
He's definitely, when you went left, he went right. He definitely got it right because he became an NFL quarterback. Well, that game's on tonight. So go ahead and let me know. Who do you think's going to win between the Giants and the Washington football team? Definitely not the Redskins. Both teams, just so you know, are 0-1. They lost their first game last week.
Give me Washington.
Okay. I think, and here's the thing, Washington is favored by 3.
There you go.
Washington favored by 3.
There you go.
They're expecting just an absolutely lights-out game with a over-under at 40 points.
Oh, okay.
So that means 4 total touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a big,
pretty much. It's going to be terrible.
All right, just over a minute.
Max says, you two each get an enchilada, the rest are mine, lunch for the next 5 days. Okay, I like that.
Not hating on that.
Do you think Mac's mom's cooking skills transferred over to Mac? I hope so, too.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Because Mac's mom, I mean, an absolute. That lady. Oof.
I mean,
Mama Margaret, good Lord.
Mac and cheese was good. Those mashed potatoes.
That meatloaf was delicious.
Meatloaf, it was all good. All right, we got about 30 seconds.
All right, coming back with a story on Steve-O explaining some jackass stunts that, well, they could never air. They could never even, I don't think they'll ever show us. Maybe.
I don't see why not at this point. Throw it on a special bonus somewhere.
A Jackass 4.5.
Yeah. All right, guys, be right back. Over the years, we have seen so much craziness when it comes to Jackass, the TV show, the movies, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it is kind of weird to think that there are some things that they thought was just too graphic. I mean, especially for the TV show. I mean, the movie, you can kind of get away with anything. Steve-O recently appeared on Hot Ones Truth or Dab, and he was actually talking about some things they could never show on television.
Yeah, so he was there with Wee Man, and there was 3 specific incidents that he could think of. We have audio of this. Let's check it out.
Idea. He just got in a box, then tucked in some pillows around him, taped it up, rolled it down a huge flight of cement stairs, and it was violent as hell. There was also when Knoxville shot himself with the .38 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun.
Horrible.
And when he said, "I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I'm gonna get hit by a car real soon." Car just came flying. He went through the windshield, rolled over. They asked him, "What were you thinking when you got hit by a car?" And his answer was, "I wore 2 pairs of jeans so I'd be safe."
This had to be way early on in the show.
Yeah, so once again, they all involved Knoxville. One of Knoxville in a cardboard box getting thrown down concrete steps.
Sounds horrible.
Him shooting himself with a .38 Smith & Wesson, I'm guessing with a bulletproof vest on.
There's a lot of things on the show that I'd be like, no, guys, peace out. There's no way I'm getting shot with anything.
And then the final one, Knoxville just getting hit by a car. I'm guessing it was probably at a decent speed and kind of rolled up on the hood, hit the windshield, and kind of flew right off after that. That one. I mean, what's the difference between that one and like getting hit by a bull, which he's gotten hit by 1,000 times? So,
that's a good question.
The gun one is the one that I understand why they probably haven't shown, but I kind of want to see all 3 of them.
No, I totally want to see all 3. No, I mean, I think, especially now, I mean, with the movies, you can kind of get away with almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
When they release, like, maybe give me a box set, of like the movies or TV show and include this as just some bonus material.
I love how Knoxville gets hit by a moving car, but they show, they show the bit where a guy gets bit by a snake on his junk or whatever. I mean, like, really? The car thing was too much?
Yeah. All right, coming up next, going to get to some Marshall's music news. It's Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right, hold on a second. Getting a call here. Looks like the same guy who called in a little bit earlier.
Oh, let's get corrected again.
Rock 106.1, hello.
Hi, hello. My name is Gustavo. I'm calling from South Carolina. Calling about the Murdoch case.
Okay.
The lawyer case. So, I mean, I live in Beaufort County, so I mean the story itself kind of circulated around here.
Okay.
So apparently, the lawyer, Dad Murdoch, was having an affair with 19, 20-year-olds.
Ooh, nice.
So some of the local deputies were speculating that the mom caught on, and because of the hassle that the son was bringing onto him.
Right.
That, I mean, it was an execution style with 2 hitmen because it was 2 different kinds of rounds that ultimately killed the mom and son.
Right.
And the deputies themselves kind of are sort of giving up because they don't want to get involved with it any further.
Well, I mean, the latest thing that came out is that we talked about was that he looked like he was trying to get himself killed. With this latest thing with the bullet that grazed him. Yeah, they missed it.
They actually they arrested that gentleman, and apparently that Murdaugh hired him to do it.
Yeah,
crazy stuff. Do you know the family? Are you personally connected with them?
No, I don't know the family at all. I'm just from the town, the city, the county itself.
Okay.
And I mean, they're pretty big around here.
Right.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, we love you, Gustavo. Thank you so much for calling in.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, take it easy.
All right.
Totally called another radio station.
It was calling Bob. So our light hadn't been working for days, so it looked like it was the area code was the exact same area code of the guy that corrected us earlier.
Oh, sure.
So I just thought it was that, and I didn't even look to see that it was calling Bob.
Hey, you know what, Gustavo?
Hey.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Do we sound like Bobby Bones? I don't know.
No.
Probably not.
No.
Hey, you know what? Will Gustavo have a nice day?
I hope
Magic
so.
8 Ball. It is decidedly so. All right, there we go. Hey, good vibes for Gustavo.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Bob 106.9.
I do think, because this case is so fascinating, especially with this latest stuff that's come out.
Yeah.
I do think we should find time to try to get Chris Hummer in. If we can do that next week, maybe.
What do we even do with it?
I think it's just breaking down where it goes. I mean, she is so in on this sort of thing with all the conspiracy theories. I just think it's an interesting, just kind of, this is what's, we explained The Bachelor, we're explaining the Murdaugh case, and I think she could do it.
That needs to be a multi-part series.
What's a story you going with first?
Let's see. I've got stories on Marilyn Manson. I've got stories on the MTV Music Awards, and I've got a story on Faith No More. So
I'd say probably not the Music Awards, just because there's really...
we could start off. Why don't we start off with Faith No More? Because we've done a bunch of stories on Marilyn Manson over the last few weeks and months because, him.
Sounds good. All right, throw that in. Yeah, that's fine.
Matt goes, hey, you know what? Dude just wanted some airtime. Hey, he was listening to the channel that Mac is on.
There you go.
Mac is actually covering afternoons this week. So she'll be on from 3 to 7. In case you want to hear Mac play some country music. Hit star makers like John Pardee and Scotty McCreery, Blake Shelton, Chris Stapleton, Chris Jansen, there's another Chris in there. All the Chris's. All the Chris's are on Bob 106. We're Chris 106.9. I'm actually helping out Bob the next couple days with Jake going on a little vacation. So you'll actually catch me after the show today on Bob 106.9 from 10 until 3 today. What's today? What, Thursday?
Yeah.
Through next Tuesday.
Okay.
So that's why I know so much about country music. No big deal. No big deal. I know a ton about country music. Oh, what's that? What's my favorite country song right now? Thanks so much for asking, Kotter. It's Chris Stapleton's You Should Probably Just Leave, or You Should Leave. I think it's called that. Yeah. Anyway, Chris Stapleton.
Fair enough.
You Should Leave. What's your favorite country song right now?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, you don't listen to Bob 106.9?
One new country song.
Have you never heard the opportunity to turn your knob to Bob? Because
I've heard of that opportunity.
Really? And you just never taken it?
Even when I do, couldn't tell you what the songs are.
All right, who's your favorite artist?
What, in country?
Yeah, Carrie Underwood, probably.
Like of all time, or
Priscilla Block,
or of right now.
Ingrid Andress, maybe.
Because of right now, I would probably go somebody like Chris Stapleton, who's more of a not your traditional
Zac Brown band,
like Zac Brown.
Okay,
somebody's not necessarily traditional, or I shouldn't say, or is I guess more traditional than what you're getting now.
Carly Pierce,
don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know. Maren Morris,
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's good. Honestly, you know who I don't like? Scotty McCreery. I don't like his voice.
You know who Scotty McCreery? Scotty McCreery looks like somebody who's doing like a George Bush impersonation, as a younger George Bush impersonation. That's what he looks like.
How about this? Is Scotty McCreery George Bush's son? Okay, so no one's ever Googled that, apparently.
All right, guys, got about 3 minutes. Get into story number 1 with Marshall's Music News. I've got Lisette coming in today at 11.
Oh, that's nice.
Record some Latin lunch.
Oh, looks like Aaron is here.
I'm going to have to get that uploaded before I leave to
don't
Arkansas.
do that. Yeah, don't do
Staying
that.
at a different hotel, but I'm still not going to risk it.
Dude, there is no internet in Arkansas. I'll tell you that right now.
No, it's weird. It's like
I'm stunned they have paved roads.
Every other computer we had or device we had connected to the Wi-Fi, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
My work laptop would not connect.
You know why?
Couldn't do anything.
Tim worked on it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I'll get that uploaded before I leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't leave till tomorrow morning. So
yeah, well, it's kind of it's like I don't have a whole lot of time because you had brought up the parking situation at the airport. So I want to get there. I'm going to get there a little bit earlier than I typically would from flying out of Savannah. So my flight boards at 5. So I'm going to try to get there by. I was going to leave my house at 3:30. Is kind of what I was thinking. Be there by 4.
Yeah. Like I said, just give yourself like an extra 5 minutes to kind of figure out parking, because usually you'd come up to the airport, you would take a left on the access road that would take you into South Park.
Right.
You can go down that way. It's not closed or anything, but the opening to get into South Park was closed when I flew out a couple weeks ago. So you actually just go to the arrivals section.
Right.
So departure would take you up. You go to arrivals, and arrivals takes you to the parking lots where you could self-park.
Okay.
That's how it was. Maybe the parking lots are done now and everything's back to normal. But when I flew out at the end of... When did I fly out? In the end of August, just 3 weeks ago, it was still all closed. And you know how Savannah works? Slowly. So they'll probably be open, I don't know, next May.
I was going to see if they had anything on their Facebook page about it. That'd be a big no.
Probably not. Yeah, I would just shoot for going to arrivals, and you'll get to the parking. You'll see the signs too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my flight takes off, I think, 5:30. And then my layover is in O'Hare.
It's weird that you're going up to Chicago to go down to Arkansas.
I know. And the first layover it's like I got an hour, enough time to where I don't have to rush, but, it's not like I'm there for 4. I think coming back, I want to say I'm stuck in O'Hare for like 3 hours.
Yeah. I've only flown in and out of O'Hare just a small amount of times, like international flights. So.
Oh, okay. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out on air and on the stream. Let's get to it. Marshall's Music News.
So if you're a fan of Faith No More or Mr. Bungle, you are not going to like this news. They have canceled their previously announced fall 2021 performances. Now, Mike Patton, who sings for both bands, put out a statement saying, sorry to report that due to mental health reasons, I cannot continue with the currently scheduled Faith No More and Mr. Bungle dates. I have issues that were exacerbated by the pandemic that are challenging me right now, and I don't feel like I can give what I should at this point, and I'm not going to give anything less than 100%. He goes on to apologize to the band and the fans in the statement. Now, the guys of Faith No More put out a separate a statement saying they were disappointed that they've had to cancel their tour. They wanted to obviously get the entire crew out because there's a lot of guys who have been sitting on their hands from Faith No More, not doing really anything for the last couple of years, and they wanted to make sure they got paid. So they actually wrote in a statement to say that we feel shattered by these cancellations will be a complete understatement, but we completely understand what Mike's going through, and hopefully we'll be back on the road very, very soon. So that's the latest from the Faith No More and Mr. Bungle camps.
Yeah, man, you got to take care of yourself. It stinks, but I get it. Let's do some Faith No More. It's epic. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, I'll just go. Let's go Manson next. I don't want to end on a really terrible note. His story's not terrible, but not great.
Okay, I get it.
Greg says, you know what I probably won't be doing? Catching Marshall on Bob 106.9. That's what. # not my thing. Well, Jesus, Greg, that's rude. Hopefully one day I'll catch you running on a bridge in my car. Not rude. That'd be a shame. Anyway, went to a dark place there. Sorry. So coming up next, I got a story on the MTV Video Music Awards, and then we got a story on Marilyn Manson as well. So we'll dive into those coming up here in just a little bit. If you're looking for a new video game to play, if you have a Nintendo Switch, WarioWare, Get It Together is coming out.
Sorry, Greg's response to you.
He says, Greg says, if you catch me on the bridge, know this, I won't be listening to country. I'm not going down like that.
I'm sorry.
I can explain how you'll be going down. It'll be off the bridge into the water. So WarioWare has a new game that you can definitely check out. It just released, and it got incredible reviews. They're like, WarioWare is like a series of mini games that make no sense, that they've kind of glommed together, and apparently it's ridiculously fun. They haven't put out a game in quite some time, and according to comingsoon.net, they gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Dang.
Said it's great.
I like that.
It says, while there are a few minor issues, the score means the game is actually fantastic and leaves a memorable impact. If you're looking just to be shuttered into your house and just play video games all weekend, which I don't judge you for. I think that sounds awesome. I wish I could actually do more of that.
All right, got about 2 minutes. All right, get off the air here. I'm gonna go run out. I got a couple things got to take care of before I leave. Come back, record Lisette, go home. I'm packed and ready. Got to take my dog to doggy daycare at 2:00, and then I think that's it. I think I get Latin lunch up and loaded, and then I'm pretty good.
Are you leaving them in doggy daycare while you're gone?
For a couple days, because with the wife, she leaves at 6:30 every morning and doesn't get home until like 6:30. So that's a little lengthy for the dog. So we're gonna put him in. We're gonna board him tonight and tomorrow, and she's gonna pick him up Saturday. He needs to run out some of that energy, and being pent up home by himself that long will not do anybody any justice. So. All right, got about a minute left. Bingo last night, hopping at New Realm.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, I get there and there is nobody. The bar is empty. So I get set up. I go to the bar, have a drink. Talking with the bartender. He's like, "Yeah, man, it's been brutal all day. It's been slow." And then somebody on the wait staff comes in. And is like, "Hey, I've got a couple or 4 people sitting over here. They, here they're going to play some bingo. Bring them in when it's closer." And then all of a sudden, the place was packed. Like, this is cool.
Yeah, New Realm's a great place to go down, and their food is really, really good.
Yeah,
honestly, it's just worthwhile if you want to go down and grab a bite to eat from New Realm. Well worth your time.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Marshall's Music News. This is story number 2.
So earlier this year, an arrest warrant was issued for Marilyn Manson for the state of New Hampshire in relation to a concert incident where he may or may not have spit and blew his nose near a photographer or someone with a camera. Well, anyway, Manson actually turned himself in for the incident, and we figured, you know what, this thing would probably just go away, and it looks like there is an opportunity for that because Marilyn Manson's attorney, Kent Barker, is arguing in public documents that were released this past Tuesday that the type of filming that the person that is suing was doing it in an area where incidental contact with bodily fluids can occur. Now, according to the statement, the defendant's performance for the past 20 years are well known to include shocking and evocative antics similar to those that occurred with the whole spitting and blowing his nose on people. They said the alleged victim consented to exposing herself to potential contact with sweat, saliva, and phlegm in close quarters. So she was in that like little photo pit.
Yeah.
So like they'll have the barrier for all the fans. Then there's like a 6-foot area where sometimes photographers or security will be standing. That's where she was when Marilyn Manson kind of hung over the stage, and then that's where he was like spitting and snotting and stuff. And I mean, to be honest, I've seen Marilyn Manson probably half a dozen times in, I don't know, the last 10, 15 years. He does that a lot.
Yeah.
Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance, big time spitter. Loves to spit all over the crowd. This is before, obviously, COVID and everything, where people would probably not love that. But, I mean, there's certain rock and roll guys that just do that to the audience.
Right.
Throw drinks, get into all sorts of crazy stuff. Not trying to defend Marilyn Manson if he did it in a malicious way. I mean, I didn't see the video of what happened, but he did put in a not guilty plea, but they're looking to just make this go away. So don't know when this will be kind of cleared up, but as soon as it is, we'll let you know.
All right, coming up next, we got one more story with Marshall's Music News. Then we'll wrap up the show. It is Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, I don't think any rock star will be trying to spit on its crowd. I mean, have you seen that before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where people
all the time.
spit or throwing drinks.
I mean, it's one of those things to where it's like you kind of know what you're getting into. I mean, if it was him walking over to him, it's like, I'm going to spit on you, you know. But I mean, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah. What if I'll relate this to like WWE especially. So back in the day when Triple H was a performer, he would jump up on the ring apron. He'd have a bottle of water. He'd chug a bunch. He'd throw it behind him. He'd like aerosol water into the air. One, because it looked cool.
Yeah.
But that thing, that would not be accepted right now because, I mean, that water would contain germs and immediately everyone breathes it in the close vicinity. So could you imagine if Triple H had COVID and did that to a crowd right now? He could get like hundreds of people sick in just mere moments, just with a spray of water in his mouth.
Ric Flair's got an autobiography that came out well over a decade ago. And in it, he talks, I mean, because back in the day, you know, wrestlers bled all the time. Mm-hmm. And Ric Flair was a bleeder. Dude bled in a lot of his matches. And
that's because his blood was moving so fast because he was drinking all day.
That's true. Dude was a drinker.
Yeah.
But he tells the story about how when he would bleed, he would try to really throw his head back so blood would go all over the place. Because he goes, I looked at it as like a baseball fan in a stadium catching a foul ball. You know, getting a splatter,
getting
a splatter of blood of Ric Flair on you if you're at the matches. It's a badge of honor. And I went, you know, back in the day, I get it. Now, that's just gross.
Yeah.
They're totally gross.
Yeah. Especially now that we know that Ric Flair slept with like thousands, hundreds and thousands.
All of the ladies.
Of all the ladies.
Riding Space Mountain.
All the STDs. He's just flinging through the air with his blood.
Riding Space Mountain.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to end the show on MTV Music Awards. They should just change the channel to Ridiculous TV.
Dude, that's all they show.
Ridiculousness TV.
And I'm not saying I haven't sat down and, you know, watched it. It can be funny. Chanel West Coast drives me up the wall. I could do without her.
Don't like her.
But I mean, you know, it's a fail army. It's just all the funny crap you watch on the internet anyway. So yeah, I've watched it. But no, it's all it is. I hope Rob, was it Deerdeck?
Rob Deerdeck, yeah.
I hope that man is getting hundreds of $1,000s for this because I mean he is all over that channel.
Yeah, it is crazy how much they've just only played his show.
Yeah, it is ridiculous, if you will.
But here's the thing: MTV has a few very successful shows with The Challenge.
Yeah,
I don't think they do the real world or road rules anymore. They just do the challenge.
Yeah.
Because the challenge, they bring in new contestants, but they bring them in from other reality shows, like Big Brother and stuff. What else do they have? I mean,
do they still do the pregnant teen moms?
Teen Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, I see commercials for that all the time, and they have Floribama Shore, and then they're still doing Jersey Shore stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they have like Jersey Shore Family Vacation, and they do a dating show too. What's it called? Shot at Love.
I don't know. It's so funny because it's like, and you talk about, we talked about it earlier about remakes and stuff, and it's like, I think Liquid said nobody's got a new idea anymore. It's like all they're doing is rehashing all the people that they, made celebrities 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah, if you thought Vinny from the Jersey Shore was still going to be on your TV over 2 decades of time and not just like 3 seasons of the Jersey Shore, I would want to hang out with you and put money down on everything you put money down on.
When did that Jersey Shore, when did that debut?
I would say Jersey Shore probably started in 2009, my guess.
Let's see.
Probably off by a couple years.
There was 6 seasons, 71 episodes, 2009. Nailed it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Good for me.
2009. It debuted December 3rd, 2009.
So we're at year 13 of Vinny, Pauly D, and the rest of the gang on our TVs. Mike, the situation has been to jail and has come out of jail. That's how long it's been, guys. All right, so did you ever watch that Bob Ross documentary that we talked about?
I did.
Okay, so Bob Ross Incorporated has responded to the Netflix documentary that Melissa McCarthy and Bill Falcone say they didn't set out to create a hit piece when they started to create it. Now, the documentary is called Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal, and Greed. Once again, from producers Melissa McCarthy, Melissa McCarthy, and Ben Falcone, say they never intended to set it out to create a hit piece about the art instructor and the TV host with this Netflix doc. Once again, it's an hour and a half. It's honestly really, I think it's entertaining. My wife didn't like it very much. But yeah, this is kind of just about the dark legacy of Bob Ross. His son is highly influential in the creation of it because he did a lot of on-camera work for it. And it talked about Bob Ross and his relationship with 2 people who helped kind of create the company, Walt and Annette Kowalski. There is all sorts of crazy stuff in there about the Kowalskis. And I'm trying to find the exact quote from them. Apparently they quoted on it. Here we go. So from technically Bob Ross Incorporated, this is the Kowalski family, and they're both they have to both be in their 80s at this point.
Yeah, they're older.
They looked old in like this.
They really did.
The 90s. They claimed in a public statement posted to the company's website Wednesday, Bob Ross Incorporated claims that although the doc's portrayal of the painter and TV icon's inspiring positive outlook was accurate, the filmmakers failed to offer them a proper chance to respond to allegations made in the documentary. Now, in the documentary, they said they declined. To make a response. Included among those are the Kowalskis have improperly commercialized and profited after Ross's image after seizing control of his name and likeness over time from his son, Steve Ross. While speaking to NPR, McCarthy supported Steve's argument that his father wanted his business to go to him. So, yeah, I mean, it's a crazy documentary. It's well worth your time. It's like an hour and a half, so just a heads up.
Yeah, it's good, though. All right, got about 2.5 minutes.
Another little something you could do this weekend, because it looks like we're supposed to be getting like a 50% chance of rain every day for through the weekend.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Don't worry, they play in rain at the football game, so buy yourself a poncho.
Yeah, but do I sit in rain at a football game is the question.
I mean, if you're going to the football game, I don't think you have a
that's
a choice.
Do I go? I may not go if it's going to rain.
Go, man. The experience of sitting with 100,000 people watching a football game, pretty cool.
No, I know. I've been to. I went and saw Lincoln play, Cornhuskers from Lincoln, Nebraska play. So it's pretty wild. I mean, I hope it's not raining because I would like Ella to experience it. I mean, it's not like she's got 5 years. She'll be there for 5, so she got some time. Yeah, I guess so. a lot of the people she's been hanging out with kind of get out of Dodge on game day just because it's so stupid busy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one friend that's kind of definitely a more outgoing person. So they went down there last week before the Texas game during tailgating, and the friend just kind of went up and started getting free food from everybody.
Yeah,
just walking around, going, I'm free food. So I'm like, hey, nice.
Actually, it's one of the best parts of going to a football game is tailgating.
Yeah. All right, guys, got about a minute. Then we're at it for the final break of the day.
Just going over the story real quick to make sure I have everything right. Jesus Christ. Did you know that MTV Music Awards aired on 13 channels? 13 channels. VH1, Comedy Central, BET, CW.
Wow. Yeah. I think it's, I mean, I get it. They're still trying to be relevant from a musical standpoint. And I mean, oh, shoot, people still come out. So why not? I mean, I was going to say, why do they keep doing it? But you still have artists show up for it. You might as well. All right, guys, be right back. All right, before we get out of here, one more time, we got Marshall's Music News.
So for the first time in the award show's history, less than 1 million people watched the 2021 Video Music Awards on MTV. And that's just to remind you, last year there was a pandemic and no one watched them. So it was bad. It was real bad. Now the ratings dip brought on by the VMAs were actually held in Brooklyn. They only hit 900,000 viewers for the show, where just a few years ago, in 2011, they had 12.4 million viewers. Now, not only that, they aired the MTV Video Music Awards this year on 13 separate channels owned by Viacom, including VH1, Comedy Central, BET, CW, and others. This is a huge problem. They essentially dropped 33% in viewership from last year's ratings. So, not good. Not good. Now, here's the thing that's positive for the MTV Video Music Awards. It was very successful on social media. People weren't watching it, but people were talking about certain things at the VMAs. Now, Megan Fox was a big thing people were talking about. She was wearing a very revealing dress. They had 38 million reactions on social media for the Video Music Awards, the biggest one being a supposed fight between Conor McGregor and MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. So anyway, the Video Music Awards, are they relevant? No. But do they love talking about possible fights and people showing up half nude? Yes. So maybe this will continue on, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm guessing that they look at it and they see the impressions and the mentions and they see all the stuff on social media and they're like, yeah, it's worth the publicity of only 900,000 people tuning in, but we've got millions of people still talking about it. So I guess.
So next year will be probably commercial free.
You're gonna have to.
It'll be a continuous show, but they'll definitely sell all their sponsorships on social media.
All right. Also, we are out tomorrow. Marshall is off on a little vacay. I'm heading out to Arkansas to spend some time with my kid at college. So we are going to be back live on Monday, so no stream tomorrow. So several things going down this weekend. You've got the halfway to St. Patrick's Day party at Coach's Corner. That is on Friday. Live music from the Muckers, raising money for the Savannah Irish Festival.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So if you want more details, head up coaches.net. Also, CEW going to have another show. It's their 1-year anniversary going down at Coastal Empire Wrestling. So a year ago, Marshall, I lost a match to Voodoo Jack, and you took my beard.
That's right, Coastal Empire Wrestling, and you've never had a long beard again. You got a little bit of one now, but you have not regrown a very long beard like you once had. I don't think you can.
I'm too emotionally scarred still.
Yeah, you're still scarred from it.
Can't go through it. All right, guys, so we will talk to you again on Monday. As always, thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. We definitely appreciate it. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging around this morning. Obviously, once again, we are not on live stream tomorrow. We got a day off. We'll be back on Monday morning, though. You guys have a great weekend. Be good to one another. Don't get too crazy without us, and we'll